boom, boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. It's Tuesday night. We got NXT on tap tonight. Lots to talk about, lots to get into. The fallout from Battleground. We have a new TNA champion and so much more to talk about, get into. So make sure you strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream as we bring you NXT tonight. And again, coming off the heels of Battleground, lots to talk about, lots to get into. And the biggest story of all, Trick Williams, your new TNA World Champion, the first real crossover championship in this friendship. But we're going to get into all of it. We're going to break it down. Plus, we're going to talk a little bit about the IWC, that toxic wasteland of a fan base. We're going to talk about it, folks. It's going to be a fun one. Me and this pretty face have you for the next couple hours. And if you don't know who we are, well, I'm Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. That is Mr. Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I am Big Nick, and I guess we should start it off with a good news note, though. So, JR successfully had surgery, and they believe that they removed anything that needed to be removed and all of that. So,
yes.
P's and P's, JR's on the mend.
Absolutely, absolutely, man. Love hearing it. The legend, he's gone through some tough times. So it's nice to see some positive news, and hopefully it continues to be positive for good old JR.
Right. Oh, and also, did you see Takeshita and Mina Shirakawa? No, not Mina Shirakawa. Yuka Sakazaki are married.
Oh, yeah. Congrats.
Yeah. Yes.
Buddy. So she'll be an AEW champion soon.
Well, no, because now you're going to have Mercedes collecting all the belts. But speaking of collecting belts and new belts, Trick Williams, you mentioned it, new TNA champion. Did Joe Hendry let down the TNA fan base, let down the TNA locker room, et cetera, et cetera?
A lot of people have expressed that feeling, Nick. A lot of people believe that, hey, if you're going to be the flag bearer, you're going to have to take the responsibility that comes with it. And whether, no matter what the reasons are, no matter what the excuses might be, he still allowed the belt to leave the company. It's a great storyline. It's a great angle. It sets up a lot. We got Mike Santana on the card tonight, taking on TV and Heights. So that's an added layer to this whole situation. How does Mike play into this? Could Mike Santana be the one to save TNA? And as we move through the summer, how deep does this battle go between NXT and TNA?
Right. Well, I think Santana might be clearly the next challenger. When that happens, I'm not sure. Do you think Joe takes some time off? Because remember, he did mention the shoulder injury before. We don't know if it was kayfabe or shoot, what have you. Does Joe go away for a bit, or does Joe jump right back on that horse and try and go get his title back?
That's a good question, because the thing with Joe is he's been so hot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, does that mean he can't step away? Do you worry that if he does, could it hurt his current vibe? Or I feel like maybe he is past kind of the peak of where it was. Maybe this is a good time to take a breather. People are reinvigorated when you return.
Yeah, do you worry of getting too burnt out with it? And do you hot potato the title back to Joe? So then does he challenge and lose it again, or lose the challenge?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good question. I think Anthony said it last week where it really could be, Joe does step away a little bit, but Mike Santana is the guy that gets the belt back and instantly puts him over with the TNA fan base as their new champion. And then they can kind of transition to, somebody versus him. Trick either goes up to the main roster or, I don't know, goes back after Oba, highly doubtful.
Well, it's your typical old school booking of I can't have my babyface drop it to my other top babyface, so I'll bring in the heel and I can make a big story with that and use him as the transition to get it back over, to get it to the next babyface.
Yeah, absolutely. It makes a lot of sense. So, Yeah, I think it's real intriguing. And I know people out there want to foo-foo it. And like I said, we are going to talk about this referendum that's happening online right now. That's blowing my mind. But we'll get
I'm
there.
not sure if I'm aware. But,
Once I touch on it, it'll kind of, but Trick Williams is here tonight. Yeah, I mean, again, LFG, we are going to see some first-time debuts.
For Jasper Troy. Yes, I know you were trying to think of the name, Jasper Troy. Now, who's the poor soul that he debuts against? I know it seems like they were already putting him in. He hits the Black Hole Slam like Oba.
Right. Noam Dar, come on down.
Oh, no. He's Heritage Champ, I believe.
Yeah, I
You're right. So you can't have him get squashed like a bug already.
Right. Why not? It's only Noam. But Tatum Paxley is going to take on Miss Parker.
Miss Parker. I almost couldn't get the hat off, but yes.
Right.
And it's interesting because Tatum's really kind of gone onto this heel turn now. She's the only one left out of Chemical X.
I'm all alone. All my friends are gone. All my friends have left me. Poor Tatum Paxley. JC and Fallon might be having a little bit of issues. We haven't seen Jasmine in a couple weeks, but this should be fun. I think JC's done really well. So I'm hoping this is a solid match.
Yeah, I guess I missed the slap heard around the world that happened at Battleground and everything that kind of caused this situation. But I'm wondering where this goes. Is this just a one-off? What do we do with Jordynne Grace now that she's now tried twice for the title and come up short both times?
I think third time's the charm. I think you keep her in the loop. You keep her involved. You keep her in matches.
That's the work to earn this one.
Yeah, I think so. And I think you'll have people... You have some solid wrestlers like a Fallon, for example, or a JC, who kind of give her a hard time, like, oh, you can't win. She goes in a bit of an angle program with them for a few weeks to kill some time, maybe into a pay-per-view. I know TNA's got pay-per-view coming up. So, yeah, I think you just keep her busy and keep her in that loop. And I like that they didn't just go, welcome, here you go. I like that she's working for it. And right now, Stephanie's a bit of the company darling, I think.
Yeah, but that's why we were almost wondering, is she just going to shoot right up? And with Jordynne, yeah, she didn't get it the first try, but now you don't get it the second try. Right. And then you could have had Steph chase, and you could have had that be your feud going into the summer.
Yeah, and I mean, sure, they could have done that, but I don't mind where we're at with it right now. And again, I think that third time's a charm. She's not going anywhere. She's fine. She's strong. So I think she'll just continue to battle. I think
she feuded with JC and everything to get into this situation, did Jordynne. So we just run that back again. It's tail as old as time. Now we're just chasing her tail.
I don't think so. I mean, again, I just used somebody as an example, and I actually don't remember Jordynne JC that long, but I was just using an example. Could be anybody. But we'll see where it goes. I think Jordynne's still very much in the mix, and I think making fans be patient works really well.
Fair enough. I see Bonkers right underneath the super chat pitching Lash Legend versus Jordynne Grace. I'd be all the way for that. I could dig it.
Let's go. We got about 5 minutes before the start of the show, folks. Yeah. So make sure you get in that chat, click the buttons, be a part of the show. Have a lot of fun with us here tonight as we are really getting close to that time. We're going to kick this one off with the $5 super chat from Spaz. Big love, brothers, after Saturday. I'm so excited for NXT tonight. My socks are standing up, and I'm not even wearing them. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Keep kicking ass. Thank you, Spaz. Always colorful super chats. We do appreciate it. Zach's with us. Kevin, I see you. Jason, welcome back. Clay Lewis, Ken, Eric, Andy, Swimmy Swami, C Money. How you doing? Cherokee George, welcome back. JPC. The Yeet God is with us. Michael Warner back at it again. MacGyver's son. I love the name. History in the making. Yes, absolutely. Your new TNA champion. We never thought we'd see it. Brandon, welcome back. Bonkers, as Nick mentioned. Jose Roman Wrestling Proud. I think I already got you. Sean Reed's back with us. Nick. Patriots 12, haven't read that yet. We'll come back to it. Keyshawn, Sean Reed, super chat's good to go. Chris, how you doing? Jose, got you already. MDB, the Knee Pad Patrol is here tonight. Capone is with us. The Horror King Man is also in the house. Boston's with us. Wow. How we doing? Anything I clicked on that we should go back to?
Well, Wesley, you said one that
Wesley.
right. Well, you said one we were going to go back to, but I saw this one from the Sick Horror King Man. That's the long name. And I'm interested by this. We've been told to stop cursing. Allegedly, it's been come out that, they're starting to try and tell the fans to not curse, that we were airing this on TV worldwide. Can we please refrain from the foul language? I don't know if that's true at all.
I don't know, but I mean, as far as we go, that's this is us refraining. Oops.
Yeah, literally, this is us toned down. Been told to stop cursing, pay more for shows, only to get dog poop shows. But hey, they're making money, right?
This thought process is all over the place. On the good, I'm assuming.
Apparently, he's on that fresh vitamin. No, I don't. I've seen this whole kind of take on everything, and yes, I get. Again, we've said it before. Speak with your wallets. If you think that they're they're pricing people out, no one's forced you to buy it. So, I mean, if you want them to come down, don't buy it.
Right. And I mean, in addition to that, I mean, this whole idea of dog poop shows, 2025 has been fine. I think somehow, I mean, WrestleMania Night 2, the ending sucked. It really sucked. It wasn't good. But somehow that's turned into like all of WWE or all of Triple H's bookings garbage. There's podcasters having like referendums or like the state of WWE and how did it go so wrong? People talking about like the McMahon days. Do you guys realize how bad wrestling was? Like, do you remember the fucking days? Dude, I remember doing streams where I would have rather been shoving sharp objects in my nostrils for clicks than covering Raw. There were some really fucking Karrion Kross in a BDSM skirt and leather everywhere and a mask. Like that kind of nonsense. And all of a sudden, somehow in the narrative has become, at least with the IWC, and we know we're not the IWC, but Nick, it's been crazy of like, oh, this has all gone to shit. Everything's terrible. I enjoyed Saturday Main Event. Raw was great last night.
I think it's become a wealth of riches and have gotten oversaturated and spoiled with the shit. And it feels like there's a chunk of people that haven't been able to move past WrestleMania, like Night 2, that haven't been able to move past Travis Scott, haven't been able to move past that situation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, is that it though? Like, it seems so petty. Like,
that's what it is. You expect the internet wrestling community. You expect people on Twitter to not be petty. That's what that whole app is.
It makes me crazy because at times, like you and I watch a lot of shows. We see a lot of people come in this chat, and I mean, we see some good nights, we see some bad nights. But this idea that, I mean, that LeBeau guy, what a moron this guy is. The guy that was putting out fake stories got called out, went away, came back. The guy's a disaster. Now he's all pro AEW.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, you know who. That's why I you know what I do with names. But no, he's ridiculous. He's embarrassing. And even him, like, oh, well, like doing this stats, like AEW's like 22 and 19 this year. I guess good to bad. I don't even fucking know what he's talking about. But at the end of the day, go ahead.
No, it's just people get lost in the goddamn weeds on like stats. Well, they only wrestled. I hate going back to the whole stopwatch bullshit of people would sit there and keep track of literally how many exact minutes they had of wrestling on that show. I get it, but fuck off.
So, I mean, again, if you have a show, 2-hour show with 4 matches, but you have a really good show, you love the show, the matches were good, promos were good, energy was good, that makes it a bad show because they didn't have 6 matches, 7 matches. What if we get 7 bad matches and really good promos? Does that make it an okay show then? How does that work? It's confusing.
Well, hopefully we're going to get an okay show tonight because we should be syncing up at any moment here. Well, there's a whole other AEW thing, or more actually an NXT topic that we got to talk about at a commercial break.
WWE fans want VKM. I don't get it because, I mean, has it been perfect? No. Then. Oh.
Now, brown cow.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Nick and I are almost forever. There we go. We are dialed in. Folks, get in that chat. Sync up with us if you will. And we can all be together. Yes. Let's go.
Right. But I am excited for tonight. And just we don't need VKM back.
No, I mean, again, he was terrible. It's just, I don't understand. Like, I just don't get it. And they're over every building. Like, if you only read the IWC, as we're getting going back to Battlefield to kick this one off. Battleground. If you only read the internet and didn't watch the wrestling shows, you would think that fucking WWE is about to fold up and go bankrupt and say goodbye. And little do you know, they're selling out every single building. People who can't help but get on their feet for everybody. They're jumping and popping for almost everybody.
This is why we aim to be the voice of reason, folks, and why we are the WFU, #WFU. And this is why you need to go out and spread the good gospel, spread the good word of wrestling out there. Bring people to their senses. We can all meet in the middle and find something we like.
Right. I agree, man. I agree. I'm confused. It makes me feel like I'm missing something. Like how do you drive up in a digital car and hate all the wrestling? All the wrestling? All of the wrestling is shit.
I'm just wondering how he hasn't blown out his vocal cords or anything like that.
What are you yelling at?
Yeah, I couldn't be that angry for 2 hours straight.
Oh, I've been close. But not consistently. I will say that in my defense. I'm usually in a pretty good mood by the time Thursday shows up.
There we go. But I'm getting the replay of Trick stealing the win here.
Absolutely. The shock.
And I like how they switched to everything's now black and white. And you had the president of TNA there. He still looks like Tom Morello. He still looks like goddamn Rage Against the Machine.
He really does. But it made me laugh. And then some people were talking about, like, I think, is that a kind of a misthought of, oh, look what the WWE is doing. The president's sitting right there. Like, it's not like they're duping them or they tricked them. Like, they're working together. They know
it's that, or pardon my French, he's the biggest cuck I've ever seen, because what you're going to be literally sit there in the front row and get, have your title, have your top guy get torn apart in front of you. Like, let's be honest here. Let's be serious. Let's put our actual thinking caps on here. Let's go back to grade school. What makes more sense logically?
Yeah, it's like the people have this vision of like the WWE executive, like walk in an office room, like a conference, and just threaten to kill everybody. Like, you're going to do what we say or else. And then they get their way and they take advantage of everybody and bully their way. Like, this is a business deal. This is a partnership. The president wouldn't be sitting in the building if he was somehow being, forced to, have this happen. I don't get this idea that they're just flexing on him. This has been good for this company. Oh, the ladies are here. Jasmine's back.
We got Jasmine back. Speaking of flexing.
Woo. Was that out loud?
Yeah, that's fine. Kareem, what up? 316, what up? Sherry, what up? I see you. Spaz with a $5 super chat. I want to know who Lola and Javon are facing at Worlds Collide. The Vikingo Gable is going to cook for the title match. That's not a title match yet, but it is.
Everyone giving the WWE shit for leaking the finish.
I said it.
Go ahead.
Sorry. I said it when they announced it. So I think that proves everybody that said Del Rio signed a contract with WWE a fucking liar.
Oh, like I said, I still have it. I still have the tweet. And I'm waiting for everything to kind of shuffle out so we can remind everybody that this happened.
This man's been arguing with Grok, the fucking Twitter AI, too, as well. This man's out here just arguing at clouds now.
Died, bro.
But I've got Ricky Saints out right now. Sorry.
Oh, shit. Opening with Saints.
So not a title change?
No, probably not.
When are we going to get Sean Legacy's title shot?
I don't know, actually. That's a good question.
I thought that would have been the next one lined up.
Yeah, I'm curious. Those types of people drink decaf coffee and drive Prius. Amen, brother. Amen. What's up, Absurd? How you doing? Kareem, welcome back. Sherry, good to see ya. And I know Sherry's a big AEW fan, so shout out. I love the AEW fans being here.
Yeah, we got, well, Andy, I think, is one of them guys too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's
But,
up,
yes,
Kyle?
let us know who you take it, whether you're taking Ricky Saints, you're taking Ethan Page, Sticky Tates.
Ew.
MDB in your camp. No
Right.
one gives about Sean Legacy's title shot except you. Well, God damn it, I'll be the one waving the flag. This man keeps calling him Jack Cartwheel.
Jack Cartwheel versus Ethan. Jack Cartwheel versus Sean Legacy.
Oh, God. John C., what up? Denisha, what up? Sean Legacy has evolved, so be there soon. He can do double duty.
Well, he started in Evolve. That's part of the story of like the Evolve guy is getting wins in NXT.
Well, even to be fully honest, he's a WWE ID guy. He's not just an Evolve guy. He's all the way to a WWE ID.
Well, this is why. Oh, we're jumps to wait.
That's why the security was all there for no reason.
Yeah, well, they were just hanging out.
Loitering out. You normally have security at ringside before the start of a match, or is it when you're going to do a fucking instant pull apart?
Why are we doing a pull apart now?
So we got to pull the ring announcer out.
Okay, this is a weird thing. Okay, go.
But it's a hell of a way to start off the show. Of all right, instantly, I'm fast paced. I'm paying attention.
Yeah, it's a good visual. It's a good visual. A little out of the norm, but yeah, a good visual. What up, Anthony? What's up, Brandon? Hassan?
Everybody's
Jerry feeling the Saints. Ricky Saints.
Do they have to have Saints win because they took WrestleMania from New Orleans now?
Right. They
you can't piss off so many Saints in 1 week.
He's going to win Money in the Bank 2026.
Actually, that's not a bad show.
Not a bad show, right?
No.
A year and change from now? Yeah, well, let's do that.
In New Orleans? That's your make good?
I like it.
Right.
Ricky can't even get on a PLE or a main event title match since becoming champ. Feels like AEW. I completely disagree with that. Ricky's been highlighted. Ricky gets used. Ricky has a belt. And yeah, he wasn't on the pay-per-view. But the problem is you don't want to put 8, 9, 10 matches on a pay-per-view. And you got to save some things for your weekly show. I know it's a novel idea, but I would recommend more companies tried to do it.
Right. And to say he can't get on a PLE. No, he just wasn't on the last one.
The last one. Right.
Context. Context is king, people.
Right. Yeah, let's not forget he's done quite well.
Right.
Let him fight.
Page with a backdrop on Saints.
Ricky 85%, nobody 14, Ethan 3%. Wow. Nobody got triple, almost 4 times.
Well, when you start with a pull apart, I think it kind of makes sense that maybe there might be a disqualification here.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I guess because it's pre-bell, so they kind of hold them back for a second. We still got security outside. Both men hitting the stair, or Ricky hitting the stairs.
Right.
I got to pull this one down quicker. And I got to read these. Means I'm a woohoo. But there's a bit of me, not the woohoo, I hope, that's happy to see WWE actually being petty as they've been accused of being for 6 years. Listen, if you want to pick a fight with the big dog and the big dog bite you, that's on you. And this whole counter booking thing, it's a weird, it's unexpected. Weird might be the wrong word, but hey, that's business.
What? Hold on, we've got security now pulling people apart. Ava's out here.
Falls count anywhere.
It's going to be something like this at this point. Ava's making an executive decision.
Somebody come get their teenage daughter from ringside. Can somebody
Gray won't show up. We've already seen he's an absent father.
Oh, the ref's letting them go.
What?
Why is everybody fighting?
Well,
Relax.
did I forget or miss something of why this is so goddamn intense right now? I'm intrigued, but what?
Well, they've been going back and forth for weeks.
Have hated each other for the past 16 years.
Right? Oh, I mean, yeah, good point. It's intense for sure. And they've literally been back and forth over the last while now. But it's a good energy.
Right? As I'm in picture right now.
I have Ricky beating up Ethan Page. Is like the referees jumping in and then not jumping in. It's a little confusing the second time.
And did Ava make an actual, like, did they change the step or anything? Or was she just out there to say that the match is still going to continue?
Yeah, I don't even know what she said.
Seriously.
Right.
I'm not being rude. All wrestling fan go on, like, TK has a gun to all talent's head, like Ricky and Jade, but look at them. It's a backward step in their life and career.
And wrong answer. Well, listen, it's this. One, TK does have a gun because TK controls the booking. When you bench talent, like, people can say whatever they want. Ricky sat at home for weeks, months. Wardlow, MIA. We've seen others go MIA only to be released. So that becomes the dilemma for Tony Khan. As far as Jade goes, she stepped forward. She looks like a star. She's going to be big. Ricky doing just fine. Already got a belt. He's on weekly TV. His career is so much better than sitting at home and not even able to get a text back. When you treat your employees like bad Tinder dates, that's not good, Taylor. That's not good.
Right. Well, pivoting MDB, the knee pads in this match are A+. JV saying, as someone who suffers from ADD, I want to see fast-paced chaos. Well, then watch Anarchy in the Arena on a loop. And then following back up on Taylor, Ricky Saints has not improved or nothing. Same gimmick, different name. What's holding him back now?
Nothing.
But here's
nothing.
Here's where everybody seems to think that if someone jumps to the other side or anything, that they instantly, like, become Roman Reigns or something and have to become world champ the next week for 3,654 days or something. Like, what is so bad about Ricky Saints where he is right now? It's, realistically, if you want to even halfway view where he was when he was getting booked in AEW, that's fine. But he's getting booked now.
Yeah. Nothing's holding him back. Nothing is holding him back. He is fucking wheeling and dealing. I've seen more Ricky Saints than I have of the AEW world title. Tell me when I'm telling lies, folks. Let's go.
Facts.
But Ricky's doing fine. Loving life. Loving it. Just like Stephanie McClure. Just like Ethan Page. These guys are doing great.
Right. Michael, I got Ricky Saints for the win. MacGyver's son. Ricky and Paige is old. They've been doing inverted back pocket checks forever now.
All the way back to Rampage. Oh, now I'm kind of tired of security.
Yeah.
Like, why is security so involved in this?
Over the desk here. That's got to be a lot harder to. That's a cute visual of getting Vic Joseph and Corey.
Like, why is security coming out so much for this particular match? Nobody's bleeding. They're like, I don't get it. Like, look, here they come again. Why doesn't security want this fight to happen? It's a match. Did they get counted out?
No, it's become a goddamn brawl at this point. But you had the GM out there, so why didn't she just make it you called it? I thought she was going to make it a false count anywhere. I don't fucking stip. If I've got to have security out there and I've got to have them, they can't keep me apart from each other. Oh!
On a chair.
On an upside down chair.
So the ref stops everything and says, "You two, get back in the ring." No count out? We're like, what are we doing? This is a little crazy.
Out of somebody's pocket there. There's a piece of metal. Did that just fall off the chair? But yeah, so Ethan Page just hit, was it a cutter or a swinging neck breaker on a Ricky Saints on an upside down chair that just so happened to get there?
Look, he's foaming from the lips.
He swallowed the fucking Alka-Seltzer packet.
Ricky Saints is all good.
Yeah, like how is it where they're this far apart on a wrestler just moving from one company to the other that he's fine to he's the drizzling shit. He should have never left. We love him. It's like fucking Scientology. We can't let people go.
But Nick, it's a non-argument because it starts like this. He wasn't being booked. He is now being booked. Even if they book him like dog shit, It is better than not being booked. Think about it. Eating is better than not eating. Getting laid is better than not getting laid. Like, that is the way shit goes.
Some of these people need to do that.
So nothing that gets said after that matters in the argument. Doesn't matter if they book him like dog shit. That is a non-argument.
Sorry. 1, 2. As he kicks out, he fucking kicked out after all that. Mm-hmm. And he's still foaming, and someone checked him for rabies.
Right? Ethan Page might be our new North American champion, folks. So we hit triple digits here tonight. Hashtag ouch.
Right. Nick Savvy, what up? Nick, you have to understand TK at that point. Why push Ricky Starks if you know there might be a chance he leaves to WWE because all his buddies are on WWE?
I don't think that was the issue. Yeah.
Well, that's then what the fuck? Because guess what? Mm-hmm. A lot of your favorite wrestlers, or even the wrestlers you don't like, are friends with the wrestlers that you do like in the other company.
Right. They showed it. They got the graphic up for Mike Santana will make his NXT debut tonight. It's funny. The picture, when I first looked up, I thought it was Hitman Hart. But Ricky down, Ethan down. This match has been chaos, a little confusing, but yeah, ultimately, kind of going back to this real quick, that to me can't be a factor because anybody who has an expiring contract is then their void. So do you just release everybody 6 months out? But you look at how you present people and what they're doing. I think Taylor made a comment about 5 years for Roman Reigns. Yeah, it's developing, it's learning, it's developing a craft. And I think that's what other companies may lack is that actual development. They have a lot of stars and they're creating future stars. Both these men will be on the WWE main roster one day.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, wow. Up goes Ricky. DDT. Down goes Page.
Right. I love when the mods get all serious. What happened?
Right. Just be nice, mods. You guys are held to a proper standard, sirs.
Well, to a higher standard. It's a little unfortunate where we're having to unblock people because y'all got itchy trigger fingers and stuff like that.
Right.
Danny Huckins. Taylor, why are you defending a billionaire who doesn't even know you exist? Like, what? Like, bro, it's not that deep. This is why we say you don't work there.
You don't work there. Now, Danny, like if you want to defend like the actual booking or the wrestling, fine. But again, that's a valid argument of why do you care what we say about Tony? Like,
no, he's saying for Taylor about
that's what I mean for Taylor. Okay. Like, you don't work there. You're not friends. It's not your brother. It's not your family. I get it. He puts on a good wrestling show, but at the end of the day, we got to call it as we see it. We got to call what's right in front of us. Ricky Starks, who I'm a fan of, made fun of Edge, and we never saw him again. He was a really wow. Two.
Clothesline turned him inside out, and you got to figure too when he already got the tracheotomy,
right,
and everything. Could this be where Ethan Page wins it?
He really could, and at least there's a viable story behind it. And if Ricky goes back after him, set him up for Rochambeau.
Rochambeau, but he grabs the
ropes. He's got the ropes. Got the ropes.
Page rolls out of it. Did we do a thing to Taylor because did you do a thing to Taylor because he's an AW fan? Okay. Richard, what up? Ooh, Richard, what up? Rochambeau.
And it's over. New champion.
I was just reading everybody's comment.
Ethan Page.
Wow.
Good match.
I am really surprised by all of this.
Good match. Good clean match. Other than all the security guards getting in the way for a while.
Well, I think with the way that they went with everything, it felt better. It made everything feel a bit more chaotic, and it makes a bit more sense. With having the title change, you have the big spot on the ladder, all of this, it felt bigger because of that a bit.
Yeah, I like it. And Ricky's down. He's clutching at his throat. He wants to get up. And I don't think Paige and Ricky are done, which makes this fun. I'm okay with this.
Do you have a match? You clearly probably have to have a match afterwards that's going to have a step to it. Which
probably an actual step.
Yeah, but you kind of just had that.
Is that Fallon?
That is Fallon on the left. That is JC on the right. And that is Jasmine Nix behind, with the spray painted on curl.
Yeah. Fallon looks like a completely different woman.
Really? Because I don't see what you're seeing. I
don't, like, she just... I want to look up an old, like, Fallon from 2023. Like, she is just... maybe it's the makeup, the like everything. She's
always had that boot scooting boogie. You just haven't noticed it.
No, but I feel like it's stepping away as we're getting a package on Mike Santana. Let us know why he's important. Good job.
He's about to be the next one that goes from TNA to WWE. We all kind of know Joe's doing it. Santana's the guy who I think makes perfect sense in WWE. Christ, he's. I'm going to say this. You might get mad. I don't mean to insult anyone with it. He's a better Damian Priest.
A better Damian Priest. I mean, I get the comparable. I get the idea. I'm not mad about it. I mean, he's really, really solid. He's the type of guy that could get in the ring with guys like Damian the Priest and make it matter.
He's a guy that you can use, I think, top to card, bottom of card. You could use him right now on a Monday Night Raw. And it would make sense, and he would put on a hell of a fucking match.
Right? MDB gets what I'm saying. Right?
I've always been a fan of Fallon. I've always fallen for Fallon.
Different. Like, she's looking different each week.
I don't see it, I guess.
Okay.
No, I'm just blown off. I'm like a moth to the glow. I just see the glow up and everything like that. I've already been drawn in. I don't see the change.
Right. Benny, how you doing? What's up, Paul? But Fallon got a makeover. JC Mateo versus Stephanie will be a banger.
I'll give you credit, Taylor, because I hate JC Mateo's name too as well. But while we're in a commercial break, should we talk about the alleged WWE pettiness, the counter booking, the WWE's running scared, wetting their willies and everything like that over AEW of putting Great American Bash on the same day, same time in Atlanta of all places. So Anthony's fucking enjoying everything right now. But Great American Bash NXT, same night, same date, damn near almost same place, I feel, as All In.
Is it very visibly, I don't know if petty's the right word, but flexing and being...
No, it's just business. It's business.
No, it's pokey, but I think part of me has the mindset of shouldn't have been talking shit. And I think that's what I find very interesting about the internet and the IWC melting down about this kind of thing, or at least the fans that are melting down about it, is you ran your mouth. You ran your mouth. The guy turned around and said, fuck it. Okay, I'll fight you. And you went, don't hit me. Wait, how does that work? How do you get to call this company out? They booked their third brand. They didn't book a pay-per-view up against you guys. They're not, like, I know it's an NXT pay-per-view, but they're not booking their main guys. Like, if they really wanted to flex, they could really embarrass the whole situation. So in one breath, the fans say that this company sucks. It doesn't matter. Who gives a shit about NXT? You book NXT on the same night. The reaction should be, who cares? Fuck it. We're way better. It doesn't matter. But however, it's, I can't believe they're doing. Why? Were people going to drive from Atlanta to Texas that aren't now going? What's that?
Nothing. Never mind. I said the quiet part out loud. I'm sorry if I interrupted.
Go ahead.
Well, no, I was going to halfway shout out our buddy that,
Yes, I
found
want
us
to read
pretty
that.
much even through Geekbox. Yeah.
Where did that? Do you still see it?
You had it there. It's right above you.
Dang.
You're saying, by the way, it's nice to meet you guys. Wrestling for life. I make content and stream as well. Shout out. Just not NXT. Normally, we've all been in a few reaction compilation vids together from Geekbox. First time in stream. Well, shout out, my guy. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks for popping in.
There is a whole lot of bullshit surrounding this whole argument to me, just on multiple aspects. This is just, to me, I don't even think it's being petty. This is just, I mean, maybe a half slight, but this is a business decision of course, I'm going to fucking still book something adjacent to my competition because that's what the fuck business is. We've even seen it doing all of this I hate to piggyback after we were just talking about Danny, but he's not one, but we've seen other people. We started going at 7:30. All of a sudden, other people start going at 7:30, shit like that.
Yeah.
It happens. It's a thing that, very much we say often imitated, never replicated, never duplicated. It's part of business. If you're AEW, you should look at it of, okay, cool. So WWE is actually acknowledging us, all of that, what have you. If you want to take it that angle, go with it. Brace that shit. Don't be mad at it. Don't be fearful. Don't run away. But also don't act like they're running fucking scared because this is NXT still. They value you. They fear you as much. They view you at the same level as an NXT because that's lately what you've been doing numbers-wise comparatively. So you are not a Monday Night Raw. You are not a Money in the Bank. You are an NXT show. And if that's a threat, yeah.
Like, yeah, man. I mean, if you're world champion, if you are the number one guy, if you're Tyson out there knocking people out and they say, well, so-and-so stepping up, you don't care. You just knock that guy out too. But this is this complex. And a lot of it is, like I said it the other night, it's so insecure all the time. You see it, especially on X, as Yoshi.
Yoshi's official. He's got his locker right next to Briggs.
Yoshi's best. So why do the goodbye?
So you can have the surprise.
I'm going to pretend I'm leaving just so you...
Abe Simpson. Does your father know you work here?
Right.
Come right back.
But, yeah, I mean, ultimately, Yoshi came back, dude. Yoshi's back.
Ultimately, as a wrestling fan, if you are truly a wrestling fan and you want to preach of, oh, I just enjoy wrestling. I'm not a tribalist, anything like that. If you just enjoy wrestling, you should embrace this shit because you have the top two companies going tit for tat if that's what you really want to think it's at. And then you've still got AEW, NXT going at each other. We saw it just with Double or Nothing and Battleground. I think it was a great night of wrestling. We got two great shows to watch.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. What the fuck is there to be mad about?
Sorry, Nick, but here comes Mike Santana. I will put this in the chat for everybody. This should be a fun one. Mike's a star. I mean, I know we talked a lot about Joe Henry and Jordan Grace and Mike Santana. Look at him like he's at home. He's a guy that will turn up and tear out any building.
I think we said it. Was it our last Golden KJs? Shout out to Golden KJs. Soon to be coming the midlife. He's soon. But that he was like the breakout guy for 2024.
Yeah, I mean, in a big way.
Even Real is admitting that, if WWE signed Santana, he'd be an incredible asset. Every Target has a Walmart up the road. It's just business. Counter programming is not against the law.
No, and the whining about it is the problem. Again, they're allowed to do it. So don't run your mouth. And it, like I said, could you imagine they announced that Money in the SummerSlam will be the same weekend as All In? Poof. The people would explode. Like, what do we even say? Like, that's not fair. If I can do it, if I can book a show the same night as you and steal your audience, good for me. Tough break for you.
I almost want to get to a point of that level of back and forth in this, of that we're at a stage that's a thing that could happen in wrestling. It might suck for us because imagine trying to watch All In and say a WrestleMania or a Forbidden Door WrestleMania on the same night at the same time. That might be a little difficult, but Go if you want to get to this. WCW and WWE were at each other's fucking throats and everything. So why now is it, foul play? Why are we?
Yeah.
It's also not a celebratory thing. It's also one of those you shouldn't be like, see, they're scared of us. They put NXT against you.
Yeah, they sent out they sent out their first infantry. Like they just here go guys, run off, see if you can beat them. And they're holding their own. NXT is taking the battle to AEW, and that's the funniest part. Oh, we're the best show out there. We're the best in the world. We're flexing on you with our developmental brand, quote unquote.
That's the thing. Y'all doing the same numbers. So you got to go through the round first couple times before you can move up to the extra divisions here. But we got Mike Santana versus Tavion Heights right now. Folks, let us know who you're taking. As Michael Warner, what up? This match should cook. Absolutely. These are two guys I'm huge fans of. I love Tavion ever since he went to Noah.
Absolutely. Santana, 93% of the vote. Nobody gets 7. Tavion gets 0%.
Why you got to do my man like that? Right after I just popped him up, praised him up and everything like that.
I like him a lot, Nick, but the fans did not give him any love.
Well, you're going to put some respect on his name. All three of y'all. Right. No, Santana's great. He should win this. It's his debut, but Tavion is going to show up and show. He's the guy I would have seen take on Oba before Miles Bourne, respectfully.
Right. Little bit of a slip. Nice recovery from Mike, and then the springboard. Looking good. Happy birthday to Eric Bischoff and Natalia. Imagine being at that joint happy birthday party.
That's just salty as fuck.
That's a weird party to be at. Leather everywhere. Wow. Mike up and over.
Have you ever seen someone hit a senton or a swanton, a dive, a front flip to the outside and just literally look like just still like stick figure doing it? Like
right.
He didn't have any real movement, any sort of arch in his back, anything. Just whoop, we do this.
Right. So I think some of you out there went to commercial break. Santana is in control of Tavion right now. The new quarter catch crew is at ringside as well. Santana gone. Airborne. Somebody asked in the chat, what happens with Miles now? Miles has come upon us as a big deal. What happens now?
Yeah. That's the thing. I think he's bound for the North American. He's a new face, a new place. You got to find something interesting. Do you go to him? Does he break away from the quarter crew? Does he go after Dempsey, because Dempsey was kind of, well, you ain't gonna make it, dude. And then he kind of do they do Dom Finn a bit with Miles and Dempsey?
Yeah, it's an interesting spot, but I do feel like Dempsey's in this place, even with Tavion, where I feel like the group is outgrowing Dempsey. And we'll see how long they all hold it together. It hasn't been the best of factions to begin with. Huge suplex.
That's the thing. Tavion, as remember, I get picture-in-picture this time too. I don't get just commercials.
Yes.
But Tavion's that Olympic super collegiate style wrestler and everything like that. Like he's Gable, just a lot taller and a lot younger.
Miles Bourne get repackaged as Randy's son.
He's already there. Oh, my lost son.
That's my boy.
Right.
Santana setting up the Eddies. The three amigos.
Yes, just the Eddies.
They're the Eddies.
Not the Yetis, the Eddies. But yes, thank you, Kevin. And I will remind everybody, as the chat's been fucking flying tonight, by the way, as we got 107 people with us. I saw 113 at one point. We do have the super chats, the super stickers, the memberships, all of that to help support the channel, and B, make sure your comment gets read. But we do also like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Those are all free. They cost you nothing, but they mean the world to us, and they do nothing but help the algorithm. And KJ is also a big fan of that little sticker button, even in the corner. Even if you can't do the super stickers, you can do them little emojis that you can just rapid fire, like you got, Tourette's or something.
Yeah, just rapid fire. Click on those reaction buttons, folks. So let's the algorithm know that real people are here watching real stuff.
Real shit.
Real shit and real in the chat. Let's go. Mike Santana on NXT TV. Again, 2025 has not given us a shortage of who showed up where now.
Yeah, seriously. Damien fire. It's been so on fire that Damien's now just getting clicked on, I feel.
Right.
I like Michael. I miss commentators saying things like slow to get up in Donnybrook. It's a real slobber knocker out here.
Donnybrook's a good one, though. That's a classic. We got to bring Donnybrook back. It's a good
no
old
one knows what
Donnybrook.
the fuck that means anymore. Like, we would know. The newer generation would be like, what brook? They're over a bridge? Why are we talking about a bridge?
Listen, they Google anything anyway, so they'll figure it out.
Well, no, that's why they were mad about with O'Shea Jackson.
Right. I wanted to click this one. Is Ortiz still in with AEW? No, he parted ways with AEW. Him and Santana did have a bit of a falling out backstage on a personal level, I do believe. I don't know where that stands right now, Nick. I know Ortiz got hurt. He was doing some indie bookings. I'm not certain where he's been lately.
I haven't seen Ortiz in a hot minute. And now that you mention, as we're back in action fully here, but now that you mentioned Miles Bourne, it's interesting. He's not out there.
No.
You've got Wren, you've got Dempsey, you've clearly got Tavion as he's got Santana up. But no Miles Bourne to be seen.
Yeah, a little surprising.
Maybe a little telling.
Yeah, it could be a little bit of foreboding.
Right.
Oh, whoa. Tavion, too. Crazy.
Tavion's super athletic, and he's got the fucking size, too.
Mm-hmm. Really solid match so far with this one.
Absolutely. And it's a good stylistically. It's great to see Mike Santana and Anthony. We're going to skip right there. Happy birthday, Anthony. You got the blues, but the first one was yellow, so the green screen ate it.
Yeah, just ate it. Just swallowed it whole. Yeah.
Pause. That's what Anthony's hoping somebody does with him. Swallow.
Yeah, happy birthday to you.
Just Joe, I just found out about Rick Derringer passed away, created Hulk Hogan and Demolition's theme. R.I.P.
Yeah. Is that is that recent?
Today.
Recent. Is it today? Yeah,
yes, today.
I had not heard.
It came crashing down.
And it hurts inside, man.
Yeah, it does.
That got deep.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, it was just literally, I just was scrolling down. I'm like, holy shit, there's still more chat coming. Santana won.
Balloon.
1.5 count.
This is the best birthday ever. Jason, having a good one. There you go. There you go. JR, not Junior. Yes. This is awesome. Chance breakout. Full Sail, folks.
And y'all gave this man 0% chance of winning. Y'all gonna put some respect on Tavion Heights' name.
Mm-hmm. What if Mike Santana goes after Oba, Nick?
My heart and other things be still.
Is that formidable? Like formidable as far as Santana could take him, I think.
Like I said, there'll be a lot of things that'll be hard to pick on that match.
I can only get so
right. My desk can only get so stiff.
Well played. Tavion with another 2 count. Tavion showing off a little tonight.
I told y'all. And this is not an Ashante the Adonis. This is a Tavion Heights.
Yo, nobody mentioned him at all yet tonight. Not one comment
I'm
about
still stunned by everything from last week when we got the shitty instead of the gritty.
Oh, Santana big boot. Oh, he's do-si-do.
Oh, everybody rolled through. Oh, he hopped What the fuck? You were just jumped into that man with arms wide open.
Oh, pancaked Santana up. Yeah, he just caught him.
Like,
I love
what were
that.
you going to accomplish if you hit whatever you were trying to accomplish?
Discus clothesline. It's over. Let's go.
Hell, so far we've had 2 great matches on NXT. We're almost an hour. We're almost 3/4 of the hour into the show here, and we've had 2 great matches. Well, yeah, a good match and a good match segment. It was a lot of security and a lot of outside.
Right. How long before we get Oba? I love a good old Monsters Ball. I love the concept of it. It's when it's done well, it's fun. We've had some really good Monster Balls over the year. And if anyone should be, if you need a little bit of helping booking said Monster Balls, the man is working right behind the scenes there in WWE already. Tap on Abyss, get him to book a Oba Mike Santana Monsters Bowl.
Don't touch Abyss's balls. I don't know if you'll like that.
But
so Dempsey's upset. Tavion and Santana showing respect,
and Monty Python's upset about it.
Yeah.
I'm just calling him Monty.
This faction is no more. This faction has ceased to be. But no, Monsters Ball, there is no monsters left outside of Oba to do that with. Oba would have been great versus an Abyss because you would have had black hole slams and everything. Yeah. Who's he going to do it against now? Sammy Callahan, Mance Warner?
Right.
I don't need Oba Femi with water fountain, a blood fountain out of his fucking forehead and everything.
Right. This NXT TNA partnership sucks. People who don't watch the shows. That is facts, and that's part of this problem, right? Like that's why some of the people, their insults or their critiques, quote unquote, are dated and stale because they're not paying attention. They just throw something in there. Yeah, that's the Fed doing the Fed again. Wait, what? What? Oh,
right.
Okay, like it's ridiculous. That's a good point. Like, look how good this has been.
Absolutely.
That's too funny. We got kick Dempsey out, leave Ren in the group. I don't know what to do with Ren. I like Wendy Chu better than like Ren.
Oh no, I like Ren. I like me some Maddie Renkowski out there. Even big jawline, crimson chin and all. But do you have, say, a little group of her, Tavion Heights and Miles Bourne? That's still not bad. And you kick Dempsey, you give him Thatcher. Thatcher's still kicking around. You use him at times in Evolve. He's familiar with NXT.
Yeah, part of me wonders to like just maybe let him go on a run, like let him like have some singles matches. Like the being a part of this particular faction hasn't helped any of them unless they're planning on doing some faction like stuff. I mean, just do you, boo boo. You're good to go.
Does he have a character enough outside of just stretch him? He's fucking Stu Hart right now. He doesn't have any real character outside of just I do the graps. I feel like his biggest accomplishment is that he's William Regal's offspring. Like, yes, he did the run in Noah, and he's a great technical wrestler.
Yeah,
put him in a tag team with Timothy Thatcher and have a solid tag team that just grapples the shit out of everybody. I don't know if he's solid enough to stand alone right now. If he might just get blown away in the wind.
That's a good question. Can he do it? Can he rise up? Or again, I think he's going to get a lot of rope because of who he is. I just feel like we need more out of him. And great that you do this technical stuff, but it doesn't exactly wow the fans. And then your character is equally bland. It's a bit of a you got to bring something to the table, an X factor. And if he is going to be in a faction, have them be a faction. Have them, cheat in a couple matches. Have them cause trouble. Have them have a purpose.
But this faction's going the way of splitting up. Of they were having a purpose and having an interest before and everything, but then Dempsey got jealous because everyone's passing him by. Yeah, he was the de facto leader. That's really what it is. And I like Benny's comment here of, but Regal showed personality when he was with Tajiri. Regal's actually one of the unsung, like comedy, character wrestlers of all time.
Of all time. Yeah, no, he really did it. Dempsey hasn't done anything since losing the Heritage Cup. And where is Noam? I don't know where Noam is. I don't like the Heritage Cup. And Dempsey has been quiet, kind of building this jealous dude story.
Yeah, I think Noam's still trying to find the other half of Metaphor. He didn't get the memo that they don't work there anymore.
He's just walking around with his trophy like, guys, hello.
Well, they literally, they split up and then they cut half the fucking group.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Right.
But ladies and gentlemen, the show rolls on. Don't forget, we're back tomorrow for Dynamite, and we're here all week long for all your favorite wrestling. Make sure you be a friend, tell a friend. We got over 100 people with us here tonight. Let's keep it going. I want to see 200 in this chat. So you know anybody that likes wrestling, bring them this way. We are the live reaction to all the action, and we got so much wrestling content. Nick sending over the pay-per-views in June and just making our heads hurt. There is so much going on.
Well, no, we're getting a series of counter bookings here. We're getting counter bookings a month, every month.
Yeah. You know what? The grateful side of that is you and I get to, two birds stoned at once.
Yeah, well, we kind of always are. That'll be that's our tag team name.
Tagline.
Two birds stoned at once.
All right. I'll be right back, sir.
Right. Every time. The whenever KJ leaves, he just doesn't let me in the building here. But yes, absolutely, folks. As I'm getting an overview shot of, I can't tell if this is where they're talking about the Fanatics games, if they're showing that, or if they're showing where they are tonight. But where was it? Oh no, JV had a really good one. JV with NXT TNA AAA relationship. Can we get an X Cup tournament? I sure the hell hope so. That sounds fantastic. And it would be so crazy the high rise. So TNT, formerly known as TNT, is now the high rise. It's Wesley, Tyreek, and Tyson. But no, that would be super interesting. Especially you could have it run across all three shows, or at least even just through TNA and NXT. And speaking of Dynamite, as it's still pulled up there, we are, I believe, going to be getting the start of the international title or international championship tournament, the Fighter Fest tournament kicking off tomorrow night too, as well, of everybody trying to win a shot to get at Kenny Omega. All for naught, because it's going to be Kenny versus Okada and All In. Yeah, we got a whole promo from the high rise right now. 316, what up? Do you think the end game of the Judgment Day will be? What do you think the end game of the Judgment Day will be? I miss Raw because Dad cancer. Well, shout out T's and P's for Pops, my guy. I don't know. I think at least the very next thing we're getting when it comes to the Judgment Day is a Dom Finn feud. If it's not for control of Judgment Day, it might be a humbling, a limiting, or a breaking off of Liv and Dom, or what have you. We're doing with that as Chase U backstage with Ava here. Michael Spikes, what up? It's just terrible. Trick Williams wins the TNA World title 1 month into crossing over to TNA. Meanwhile, Frank Xavier, the TNA original, has never won the TNA World. Unfair. You know what, Michael? Bring that comment back up on Thursday. Tune in Thursday when, we're here watching TNA. And I'm sure Kazarian will have some words to say about everything. But, to say that this is terrible, I don't know about that. What might be terrible is this new Chase U. They look like, if you know the country band Florida Georgia Line, why the fuck do they look like Florida Georgia Line? Am I just wrong? Am I two stone birds just wrapped in one body? I'm 4 stone squirrels just masquerading in a trench coat. Yes. Michael, I have free passes to the D-backs Pirates game, but I'm not going. It's too damn hot. Well, yeah, I wouldn't want to sit through 2 hours of bullshit like that either. No, I'm a Yankees fan. I mean, I don't know if you're, I guess, either a D-backs or a Pirates fan, but yeah. Well, Christ almighty, I'm assuming Arizona, but So Tony's sitting down with Crucifino. What is there left to say? He kind of clearly fucked you over. He just showed up and distracted you. Like, what the fuck is going on? You show up at Battleground like you just got off vacation. I thought he got whacked out there, pause. With that same logic, it's terrible Razor Ramon never became WWE champion, but Jinder Mahal was. Tough coming, sweetie. Fair enough, fair enough. I give you that. Jobson, happy birthday to me in 200 minutes. So does that mean your birthday's tomorrow? Well, happy early birthday, my guy. Darrell, what up? Roman, what up? Josh Alexander versus Brody King tomorrow on Dynamite. Yes, so it is start of that. Or is that part of that tournament? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So excited to come back at Battleground. What? Yeah, clearly. I would say DTA, don't trust anybody, Tony. What the fuck are we doing out here? And we just cut that off as Trick with how many cattle had to die for that fucking jacket? But yeah, so Tony sits down with Crucifino. Why the would we even trust him at this point? I would almost feel you gotta still finish that up. You gotta wrap up the loose ends. But yeah, it should be clearly DTA. Don't trust anybody. I wouldn't be having sit downs. And why are they all suited and booted and having a sit down like they're in a fucking fine establishment in like the parking garage at NXT? The fuck was all that? Christ almighty. They don't even get a restaurant anymore. See, I wasn't lying. The Olive Garden set was under construction. They're just out there in the fucking parking garage. Just stale breadsticks and microwave spaghetti. But Chris, Nick, which is better, the TNA game that gave us Suicide or AW Fight Forever game? Actually, this is super funny because I played both. I think I own both. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I own both because the TNA game was for 360 and obviously Fight Forever, PS4, all of that. But yeah, both of them, that's such a perfect comparable because they're both finger and wrist breakers. They don't make too much of a sense. They're very linear, very base of a wrestling game, but also the goddamn controls. And I don't know if it's just me, but the controls are impossible to enjoy or figure out. But yeah, that's actually like a really perfect comparable. Both, I guess, but if I had to pick one, honestly, probably TNA because the creator wrestler suite and everything, especially, and because one came out for the 360 when that was still one of the top consoles, and the other came out for the PS4. So like you had X amount of time, and we're in 2000. That would have came out in what 2023, 2020, yeah, 2023. And it was still comparable to a game that came out X number of years ago. Yeah, I don't know about that. They gave them a restaurant. There you go. There you go. But yes, again, folks, I am in a full outright commercial break. I will remind everybody we are here covering anything and everything when it comes to pro wrestling. Tomorrow, AW Dynamite. Thursday, TNA Impact. Friday night SmackDown, and then we're back through it of the whole go home week for Money in the Bank, I believe. And we've got Worlds Collide, which I gotta wait back to occasion. Well, I think we've already kind of touched on it. Is anyone super shocked that Alberto Del Rio is not going to still be the world champion of now WWE owned AAA? Like, let's be honest. Yeah, I know. There we go. Still, yes. We all called it from the get-go, and proof positive of when we were here, feet on the ground watching everything, and actually pay attention to what's really going on versus the narrative we want to make. But I digress. I'm never super shocked. There you go. Super shocker. Dale, let me know. Oilers up 1-0. Kenny, happy birthday. My birthday is this Friday. Well, join us for SmackDown. Happy early Friday. Happy early birthday. Alberto was signed just to drop the belt and get released after. He didn't need to sign a contract. That's almost half of the thing. Yeah, he was out in the AAA. Breaking news. Dave Meltzer's ahead. Christ almighty, if I could find I can't find it. But yes, folks, we do, even on the merch store, link in the description on the video and everything like that. We have all the shirts, and we even have a Dave Meltzer shirt specifically out there that's, given to a good foundation just to help even guys like Dave and guys who watch Dave and listen to Dave. It's, helping out the American Literacy Foundation. We're trying to build the Dave Meltzer Center for people who can't read good or write good or speak good. Yes. But I'm back in action. So we're getting Trick coming out here. We're getting Trick's State of the Union of now he's speaking on 2 companies. John, so you got TikTok. I laid my opinion down on that in a 4-minute video. What did John C say? Oh, John, I was asking on Sunday what you think the plans is for Trick as TNA World Champ. Will he defend it on both TNA and NXT? I have an interesting question that I don't think anyone's really brought up so far. So what NXT title goes to TNA? Do we get that? Do we get, now that Ethan Page is your North American champion, does he start having some matches in TNA? What have you? I mean, shit, that one doesn't work because of Shawn Legacy. But do we get, we've had one cross the line, and it was huge. A, because it was the first time it happened, and B, because it's your world title. But do we get a title that goes from NXT to TNA? See, Chris is out there with me, North American champ, I promise you. Santana takes the belt from Oba. That might be how I sound watching that match too. But yeah, I just want to watch the match. I know still hope Oba wins, but yeah, I want to watch that match. Rick Williams is here, saw that.
Hollywood Trick in the building.
My Nikki is here.
Right.
Dakota Spaz.
Hollywood Trick in the building. Let's go.
Over under 3 cows died to make this outfit?
At least over.
Was it just one Longhorn? And not Foghorn?
Right. Crowd's booing him good. Play sing along with Average Joe. No, I think they will, Michael. I think they will. To your point, Nick, TNA getting their hands on a NXT title, I think it will happen. Might be a tag title. What's that?
I said, which one?
It could be the tag titles. It could be I don't know if it will be the world title, but I do like the idea of could Mike Santana, we think that Santana's going to go after Trick. Santana goes after Oba. And now Santana's the NXT champion and Trick's the TNA champion.
I almost don't want to hate that idea, but it's Oba. Somebody's going to get hurt real bad.
But I think what I like about it is I think that Mike Santana's a guy that is big enough, is strong enough, and is sold well enough that you believe he could do it.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to knock Mike Santana on that. He's a guy that it's one of those, he almost, every time he goes in the ring, he's got that Eddie Kingston of if I die, I die type of shit. Yeah. Of he's ride or die with that. But yeah.
Right. Trick Williams going through a little bit of the TNA championship history, including AJ Styles, Bully Ray.
John, did he actually say that as a line? Because if he did, that's dope. If not, it's not. Right. It's no longer cross the line. I am the line.
And I think he did say that.
That is a hard ass line, though. Pun intended, I guess. I didn't even mean to do it.
This is a good promo from Trick, and I know Prick. I know Trick struggled a little. That's what you call a Trick promo, a prick.
Yeah. Fair enough. He's very much a prick now. He is Prick Williams.
Trick Williams causing trouble.
But that's the Mike Santana. We ain't gonna have to wait long here. But no, Trick is good on the mic. It's been his in-ring shit at times that's been more of the hang-up.
But as a babyface, I didn't love him with a mic at times. I think this is so much better.
Well, he was with Carmelo. He's built to. It's the same thing with Carmelo. He's better as a heel.
Yeah. Mike Santana coming out. How smart is it that the WWE gives us a video package and a strong win for Mike, and then you bring him back out to challenge Trick? Talk about allow me to introduce myself, not introduce.
I need that Scarface ass shirt though from Mike Santana.
Wicked, right?
But yes, no, 100%. I've already earmarked this guy. I've said it before. We've said it plenty of times. Once they sign Joe Hendry, he's the next one in line that crosses the line.
You ain't my champion. You made a terrible first impression.
Trying to tear down TNA. Yeah, Mike Santana's just cutting to Anthony in the promo right now. You're a little loud, sir.
I jacked it up because I was like, what is he saying?
I can hear every word he's saying, and I can put my on mute.
As long as you don't catch the music. Let me know if you hear the music.
No.
He's already there. That's why. Mike Santana and Anthony did call this. I know Anthony's not here. Anthony will be here this week. But Anthony had a theory about Santana being the guy that saves the company.
Is it interesting that the guy that just had to battle Mustafa Ali and chase his whole deal with his inner demons and everything, now is it a little hangman-y of I'm the one that steps up, of I know I'm been ahead for a while here and everything. I'm going to be the one that steps up and saves this shit.
Yeah, and I think part of that is the fact Mike was heading towards Joe. And
Boricua from the Bronx, New York.
And the Florida crowd was like, he said Spanish. Woo!
Well, they're in Florida.
It was like
that's the one word they understood in the promo.
Right. Like,
yeah, the New York guy's getting the fucking pop over the guy from like South Carolina.
There's a big pop for the New York native.
Yeah, I know. Who knew we were big in Florida? Pause.
You're a pretend rapper.
He's pointing out the boots, the high heel boots.
Your fake ass high heel boots.
You a pretend ass champion.
Good promo from Mike. For those out there that don't know this man, this is a good night for Santana.
Oh, this is a fantastic night. And I liked, it was the one you clicked on right before this of Kareem, Trick NA. So Santana's already throwing down the gauntlet. I'm going to take that TNA title from you.
Shouldn't they be doing this in TNA? No, not really. I mean, Trick is a contracted NXT talent. That's part of this is if you want to see the TNA champion, you got to go on a road trip.
Oh, don't worry. We will probably see this too on Thursday when we're here live for TNA too as well. Like this is the thing. It's going to cross both shows.
Yes.
Chanchina. This is the first night of the week here.
Right. Like Paul, no offense, but it is a little bit of like, opening scene. Wait till scene 2, and then we'll figure out what happens, right? Like they can do both.
Theater of the Absurd. That's the good best line. Them lemon pepper steppers.
It's official. Santana will fight Trick Williams.
When? Where? How and why?
Next week live on NXT.
Well,
and Trick walks away from the handshake. Oh, we're going. Throwing hands, folks.
That is such a great line, though, for them boots, them lemon pepper steppers. I'm going to add that into my vernacular.
Santino, Tito Santana, not quite Paul, close.
Yeah, here's no Savio Vega. Oh, you're breaking the rules. Don't touch the belt before you've won it.
Big cheers for Mike Santana. Nice segment. Really enjoyed that back and forth. And now next week, Mike Santana, Trick Williams for the title.
Oh, it is for the title?
Yes.
Oh, shit. Trick's winning. Trick's winning.
Probably. Make him chase till what's the next TNA one?
It's not Against All Odds. That's too fast. Well, Against All Odds is the next one, but that's way too fast. Slammiversary?
How long will Trick hold it for?
A bit. I don't think he's going to lose it next week.
Against All Odds is June 6th. That's close. July 20th would be a month. That's not bad. Slammiversary in New York.
Right. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm still Santana from the block. As we just had J-Lo from the block. Lola from the block. Well, it's the same thing what I said with Ospreay. You're more likely to me to always see the champion leave their hometown as champion versus walk into it as champion.
Leaves that good vibe. I think you use that in another argument, and it works really well.
Yes, that's what I said. If Ospreay leaves Wembley, leaves the O2 as champion, Santana leaves New York Slammiversary as champion.
Right. NXT versus TNA is fire. I don't give a what anyone says. Young, hot, fresh wrestlers. That's how we like them. Young, hot, and fresh wrestlers.
No.
But yeah, no, it's been awesome. It's young talent coming their way up. Also, people that we, might not have had the opportunity to see before. We're getting matchups like Trick Williams versus Joe Hendry, and we've seen Tatum go over there, and a Toxic Attraction, even though we've seen some of it break up since, but we had nice crossovers. It's worked well for both companies. Joe at Mania, Joe in the Rumble. Mike Santana looks like a star on NXT. He looks like he belongs on this program.
Because he does.
Right, he does. And he will fight for that title. It's been good. And again, people just love the kind of nitpick. But the facts, regardless of how people feel out there, it's showing. The results are there. And anyone out there that, man, wrestling's so boring. I don't like this. I don't know what to tell you because it's good shit. It's been enjoyable, Nick.
How is there this much wrestling going on and you can't find any fit you like? Yeah, no. And now that we're getting a Worlds Collide with AAA and NXT or WWE, we always kind of thought we were going to get an NXT TNA. Could that slide in at some point, even if it is technically a TNA pay-per-view of that one and it be a Worlds Collide? And that's where you get kind of tit for tat. We just saw the border brawl of that you and I, of you, the Canadian, me, the American, we're not fully aware of. We had to be on tribalistic lines there. But
right. No, I mean, it's good. And you see that they've announced members of TNA will be involved in Triple Mania as well. That's huge for them. More exposure, great booking. We're going to get fun matches. Now you have 3 brands, technically 4-ish brands, not companies, brands involved in Triple Mania. So yeah, I think there's a lot of opportunity for crossover. Like at what point, I still think there might come a point where this is all, someone else gets involved and someone else gets involved. And now all of a sudden it's a war between the two companies. We've already seen it a little bit with Santino and Stone. I want to see where this goes. And do we get like maybe a War Games, TNA versus NXT kind of thing?
I'm waiting to see the promos back and forth between Ava Raine and Santina Marella.
Oh my God. She towers over him. Welcome to NXT.
Towers over most people. I'm going to go check this, make sure she don't tower over me. But I'll be back soon.
Fuck it. Yeah, thank you, Lola. Nick, taking a break, folks. We are rolling through. We just had a segment with Trick Williams. Him and Santana are going to fight next week for the title. We're still waiting on the debut of Jasper Troy as the clock is clicking by. Paxley's going to take on Miss Jackson coming up. How y'all feeling out there? How you doing? How you liking your wrestling? And let me put this out to the chat. How do you feel about wrestling right now? We are coming up to June 2025. That's almost 6 months. We're almost halfway through 2025 already, folks. Time flies when you're having fun. How do you feel about wrestling right now in 2025? As I said, I've seen podcasters who were pro AEW, anti WWE, become anti AEW, and pro WWE. Now I've seen them become anti both. You know, when somebody says out loud, you know, Stardom's really the only good show right now in wrestling. Anything and everything else you ever say has now become irrelevant following that statement. Don't ever say that out loud, folks. We all know it's not true, and we know why you watch it. You know, shout out for that. But how do you feel about it? Like, I see so much complaining, so much anger on the internet. But for me, as a fan, as doing this and watching as much wrestling as we do, I don't think it's been bad. So I'm a little bit lost by the energy, the vibe of the IWC. As we are getting Tatum Paxley coming out, she will be taking on Miss Parker. As I said, get your votes in. I will put a poll up for this one, sure. But who you taking? Who you taking? Who you taking? There you go. There you go. The Santana and Trick stuff is solid. I'm with you. I'm with you, Boston. Mike Santana's a pro, and I remember when Santana left AEW, he cut some promos just like on his phone, like a few phone videos, just kind of getting real with everybody, and he put everybody on notice that he wasn't going to stop. He was going to put in the work. You saw in AEW. I don't know if you guys remember a little back, like he used to have a little more of that baby fat on him. He wasn't as limber as he is now. He really gotten a lot of improvement, especially in his fitness. He's been solid. He told everybody he was going to do this. He took the Indies by storm, did really well in places like House of Glory. Now he's in TNA doing great work. I mean, him and Ali have been fun to watch. And now he's going after the world title. Is he the man? Is he the man that saves TNA from NXT? Anthony, I know you got an opinion on this one. So Joe Hendry got embarrassed at Rumble, Mania, and now lost the championship to an NXT guy. At some point, he has to say enough, right? Joe Hendry's doing fine. To say that he lost to an NXT guy kind of makes it sound like, did Joe Hendry lose to a lesser person? I don't think that's the answer. I think looking at it like that, oh, big booty drop. Parker. But I think at the end of the day, him losing to Trick's fine. It builds a story, and we don't know where it's going, right? Like, if this is Mike Santana tries to win, Mike loses, Joe appears and comes back, and he does save the day and win the title back for the company, we don't know. We don't know. It's too early to tell. The Mania moment is outstanding for his career. It was one of the happiest moments of his life. Anyone else that thinks that was a negative, they don't understand what's happening in front of them. So, unfortunately, that was outstanding. Rumble was a great moment. I don't think he got embarrassed at the Rumble at all. Big spot. You had guys, smiling, letting him have his spots, let him have his spotlight. It's been nothing but golden for Joe, building to a career where Joe continues to work with the WWE. So it's not enough. Joe's doing his job, and sometimes good wrestlers lose matches. It's just the way it is. That's a good story. Let's go. Air conditioners working, call my food. I was on the way, vitamins kicking in. I'm watching Troll until my NXT starts. All right. Good time over at the Warner household. Bradley, good to see you. If I haven't said hello yet, Jason, Jose, I see you as well. Damien, I'm excited to have a NXT. I think we've been calling it NXT and AAA. Crossbody in the corner. Paxley. Good match between Parker and Paxley right now, folks. 77% going Parker and 22% going Tatum. Jada with a jobber entrance. Well, it depends on how you look at that as well, Richard. Because to me, it wasn't a jobber entrance. I got to see it. So it depends who you ask. But Parker's got a flower. She chucks it in the ring. Did Nick take off his hat from his... Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Like a true gentleman, Jose. As Paxley gets distracted by the doll, gets hit by the runaway ass. You heard me. And it's over. Terrible finish to a decent match. I didn't much care for that at all. It was pretty good, too. How am I feeling? We just missed the Jada Parker entrance, but we got Tatum's entrance, so I'm all right. Well, we got Jada Parker with the W. Thea Hale's here. Her eye looks better, not wearing a patch tonight. Stephanie versus Lola, cake versus cake. Oh, Jesus Christ. Cake overload. 5-star match, automatic. Yeah, I thought the ending's a little bit silly, grabbing the doll, throwing the doll, and then like staring at the doll while you get run over by an ass. As right now, I'm getting a video package for Jasper Troy. He will be debuting. If you didn't watch LFG, Jasper Troy takes the W. So he gets the contract. He is here, and he made an emphatic statement taking out Obafemi last week. Just Joe Hendry snap, though, and get serious. He could. That's the cool part about Joe. I don't know if now is the time, but Joe is really good at being a heel. And I know you know that, but just to answer the question, Joe could make that flip because Joe is solid. She threw her doll in the ring. Yeah, like, let's be fair, folks. Terrible ending to the match. GG dolls. Yeah, it's all her friends, in doll form. She's got a Dakota doll. She's got a GG doll. No need to be rude, folks. Keep the gloves up at all times. Jasper, the Pastor Troy. I like that. Shout out Pastor Troy. A Pastor Troy reference here. Who would have thunk it? Tatum will never get good booking. I disagree with that, Richard. That's not fair to say. Tatum's all right. Tatum's doing well. I hope Jasper shows me something so far he doesn't feel special. I don't know. He walked in and pancaked the world champion. I mean, Richard, in all due respect, my guy, like, you see him once. He eliminates the world champion. They do a video package on him tonight. He's going to debut tonight. Before he's even debuted, he doesn't feel special. What more? What do you want him to do? I don't get it. Like, are we just setting a standard that can't be met? Everyone's got to come in guns blazing, like give him like the Shawn Michaels Mania entrance. I just don't understand. We haven't even got to his debut. He doesn't feel special. We got to give it's especially with NXT talent. We're bringing in people from LFG. We're bringing in people from the ID program. We're bringing people in from NIL, plus the Indies. We're bringing this talent in. Oh yeah, and AEW. But you're bringing this talent in, and we got to give them time. We got to see what they got. I mean, yeah, does he feel over the top special? Do I like instantly think, oh my God, this guy's going to be a king? He's going to take on everybody. He's the next Undertaker. This is going to be great. Maybe not, but I haven't seen much. But at the end of the day, I think we got to give him an opportunity. What I watched on LFG, he's going to be somebody that's around for a long time. If he can keep his shit together and keep working and keep improving, he's a big man with a good look, good vibe. He could 100% be something. And having him whoop the shit out of Oba Femi, which not many people have, to me, that's an impressive start to who he is. I saw your comment, Chair. Jada's got upside. I think Jada's going to be a star. Jada Parker maybe needs a little bit more work in ring, kind of dial in a little bit, clean up, and be able to go bell to bell a little cleaner, maybe. But she's definitely getting over, and I'm sure there's multiple reasons why. I guess I'm rooting for the Pacers since Halliburton has a few appearances on WWE. There you go. There you go. Go for the Pacers just on that premise. Not a bad one, Joe. But we are 25 seconds away from returning from commercial break. Nick will be back momentarily as well, folks, as we bring you the last little bit of NXT tonight. Make sure you get in that chat. And the best thing you could do is be a friend, tell a friend, over triple digits with us tonight. We want to see 200 in this chat. So tell everybody you know. If everyone watching right now tells one person, we can double up in no time. And we do appreciate all the love as I'm looking at over 80 likes on this stream. Love to get that to triple digits. 110 here right now. If you go hit like, we'll hit over triple. Let's go. Holy shit. Dante Chen is here. Dante Chen. How did he survive release because nobody knew he was still there? Okay, but it's Dante Chen, Jasper Troy, and I am not putting up a poll for this one. But here comes Jasper, chains in hand. That's definitely a Def Rebel song. Metal number 3 on the list. Nice entrance. Bring out our dead. I mean, Dante Chen. Facts, right? Let's go. Jasper Troy for the win. I'm impressed. Dante Chen. Yeah. Dante still has a job. I thought he was released. He's only here just to take job. That's effed up. I literally think that he walked by Gorilla and someone was like, wait, get me him. The only reason he wasn't released is everyone forgot he was there. Poor guy. Spoiler alert, Jasper Troy for the win. Yeah, that's a fair shout, Jose. He's a big man. Jasper Troy destroys Dante. Yeah, I mean, I guess Dante leaves no doubt here. Dante chain. We're off the chain here with this one. Jasper is a metal guy. Yes, he is. They gave him that metal vibe. But yeah, it's a little bit generic metal. As Jasper drops Dante onto the apron, trying to get free from a headlock. Dante threw his phone in the trash. No phones, no release. Facts. He's not even supposed to be here right now. Roll through. Oh, up and over.
But speaking of someone who is, I guess, supposed to be here right now.
There you go.
Yes, I take a pause and I miss, backslide. And now I got the Walking Dead.
It was a bad ending to the match. And I thought I was praising the match. I thought it was really well done until the end. Jada grabs Barbie, slides it in the ring. Paxley stares at Barbie. I mean, even if you're staring, you have to see that ass coming. And it drills her in the side of the head. 1, 2, 3. Not a favorite of mine.
It's like a dog chasing a car tire. You just throw it in the ring and then just get distracted and lose.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Now club him.
Right. Yeah, but Jasper Troy about here just to demolish Dante Chen. I'm surprised.
Did you know Dante Chen was still there?
Going, honestly.
Right. Did you know Dante was still there?
I'd be lying if I said I did.
Pastor Troy for the win. We're adopting that, MDB. Hijacking that for sure.
Facts.
Because twice now I blanked on his
Devon? Devon could be his manager. Remember? You
right.
got Reverend Devon, and you had Batista.
Or Big E. Get Big E off the bench.
Oh, NXT Universe. Don't you dare be sour.
He'd be like Jasper's pallbearer, right? Like, oh,
yeah. No, everyone would. Yeah, but that'd be the first time you want to see the manager wrestler more than the wrestler.
Right. TNA signs Gigi. Yeah, possibly. I could see her maybe going or trying to go to AEW, but keep in mind, Zachary's in TNA, and her and Zachary are close.
Well, they're married, so I would assume so.
Jasper looks sloppy. In the 4 minutes I've seen, this kid is definitely sloppy. Like
Taylor, all
Taylor.
right, my guy, respectfully, you were gangbanging on Jada's attire and everything because it was too close to Scott Hall's and everything. I see there is no pleasing you. Like, I mean, appreciate you still tuning in and still, in the chat and everything. This is again why we show that we're the utopia, but you just hating everything. Everything.
Right? Say something nice. Jasper off the ropes. Oh, goodbye.
Well, and what more? Again, you said it while I was on a break here. Is Black Hole Slam.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Mercifully, this is done. And I say that just Dante he had no chance. But you bring the guy in. He just won LFG. He's been here for all of 2 fucking weeks.
Oh no! Sorry,
I gotta get my lick back, sir. Allow me to just get my lick back. You don't just get to fucking run up and do that shit on me.
No, not at all. No. How dare you? Do you know who I am? I'm the king of the fucking jungle.
Right, but this is where you instantly are putting this guy. How are you not saying that? Like, how can you argue that they're not pushing this guy, that they're not trying to get behind him, that he still has to develop? He's still new. He just won LFG, a fucking prove it tournament. He just won Tough Enough, but you're putting him in there already with your NXT World Champion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he might not beat him, but it's a nice little rub.
I hope you enjoy your 5 seconds of fame.
Lady B, love it.
That's still, there is no one else that would be stature-wise, I think, that you could put better with Oba than a guy like Jasper Troy.
Yeah. No, Jasper's a good shout because then you have the built-in kind of story of, Oba, Jasper gives him a good fight, but Oba finds a way to win.
We got Brandy out here. But Brandy getting interviewed by her husband.
Did you see this last night?
Not that I recall. I don't recall sitting down for marriage counseling.
They had this on last night.
Oh.
Brandy just openly talking on WWE programming. This is an open mic night, bitch.
Does she become GM of NXT?
I think I'm in. It is his first time.
He's had one match.
Like, fuck.
He's not going to win the title. He's probably not even going to fight for the title. He might just have a match with Oba. Like, how? The hashtag pre-mad. Why are we getting upset before we know what the fucking outcome even is? Before we even get down that goddamn road? You're just mad at road signs now. Fucking bullshit Parkway Avenue. I hate that shit. Like, what are we mad at road signs and shit for? We don't know if we're going to go down that path or what we're going to do down that path. Why are we just pre-mad? Bless you. I made this man so pre-mad he's got pre-sneezes. But yeah, so now we've got Miles Bourne. What in the duster shit? No one's wearing that heavy of a coat right now in Florida in the middle of May, respectfully. But
sorry, I'm allergic to that bullshit. But I'm back.
Fair enough.
So yeah, here is the absolute Miles putting his foot down on Dempsey. This is going to set up Dempsey.
I'm the leader. I'm the one that just challenged for the world title. What the fuck have you done?
What have you done for me lately? Who are you yelling about? Who's mad? What are you talking about?
The comment from before about John C. saying that was too green.
He's not ready.
Right. Jasper Troy isn't ready. Too green. That's what I was talking about. Follow along. We have the bouncing bubbles below us.
I'm with you.
So you can follow along.
I just read the questions and pass them on. But no, I mean, I went on a rant before you came back from your break. Same idea of he's probably going to be a little green. Yes. Check.
What was so green about that, though?
No, but let's say he is. Let's say he is.
No one's going to deny that. But I mean,
Right?
like, why are we mad already about this shit?
I don't know if John was mad, but it's an early assessment.
No, it's an obvious assessment. I mean, fucker just came off of LFG. I'm not exactly expecting him to have fucking 7 stars in the Tokyo Dome, Dave.
Yeah, right. And again, we see green all over the place. So at the end of the day, we got to give them a chance. We got to give them a try. And this is where wrestling fans get a little fickle because they get a little gatekeepy of like, we don't like the new stuff, but we're sick of the old stuff. Well, what do we do here, folks?
How come when I get mad, though, I get told to stop yelling? When you get mad, everyone's like, yeah, KJ.
You got mad at them, and that's why. I didn't get mad at them.
No, I got mad in a comment.
I get mad for them. You get mad at them.
Well, I guess we're mom and dad. I don't know.
Yeah. Guess they're branching miles out. Yeah, it definitely looks so. And I mean, a good time to do it coming off him having I thought the most surprising match of the weekend was Miles Oba. That match was a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
Right. Okay, he's ready. He won LFG. Now he's a contender for the NXT World Champ. He's not a fucking contender.
Listen, you got to make him so you can't have it like that's the tricky part. You make him come in and look like a badass. This is something where he gets a good little angle here, and the champion knocks him back down a peg. It's nothing wrong with this. Like he is literally one night in, Johnny.
They're going to have a match. They never said it was for the title. They never said he was the number 1 contender. It's, hey, you showed up and hit a black hole slam on me right before my title match later that week and everything. So surprise, surprise. Yeah. I'm going to get my fucking revenge on you at some point. They didn't even announce when the match was going to be.
Next week on the show.
Oh, they did?
Yes.
Well, either way, it's not for the fucking title.
Listen, the funniest part about this here is Nick is actually mad at pre-mad. Hashtag mad at pre-mad. And now pre-mad. I'm pre-mad. Nick is pre-mad about pre-mad.
I'm pre-mad-a-puzzle. That's what I am. I am pre-mad-a-puzzle.
I did notice you getting a little red in the face once in a while.
Right. See, yeah. You know, I'm having hot flashes, my God. I'm having hot flashes.
Come on, y'all. Maven eliminated The Undertaker from the Royal Rumble, but y'all mad at Jasper Troy. And nobody's mad, I don't think. I think they're critiquing, which is fair.
Oh, Jesus.
But, like, I mean, think about this. Nobody in the world knew who Mankind was. The first time you ever see him, he had, like, a nothing match, and then he goes after Taker. Before the fans even really understood Mankind. Now we're setting up things like Boiler Room Balls. But at the time, we didn't know. I think the fans then at a time like that, and we've seen it before, it's just an example that popped into my vitamin-filled head. Ethan's back with the belt. That's interesting. But
did we cut to a whole new episode? What the fuck?
He's back. But I think a little bit, Nick, you have, you know,
Shawn
fans then were more like
your North American champion.
Wait.
Oh, just
company. What? Oh, the young OG.
You're turning up and you didn't invite me?
Right.
Well, I thought if they would have had the match and they walk away, that's great. It was fantastic. So far, most of NXT tonight has been amazing. Now that we got this, I'm like, if we're going to be dead ass, but does Shawn Legacy do almost like a cash in of, all right, so now's
I don't even know if he can.
I don't know.
Either do I. I don't know what the answer is. So yeah, I mean, unless Shawn comes out and says, sorry, Javon.
Yeah, but I mean, why do we got Ethan out here back already?
Prementia.
I got prementia, dementia. I'm all the way setting up for a coronary and an aneurysm and everything else too.
There you go. Strong message from Anthony. People can have, as long as we keep it respectful, folks. Remember, we are the wrestling utopia. We don't agree. We get a little heated. We get a little worked up, but no need to disrespect each other in the process. You might not agree. Like I said, I don't think John's mad about it. He's just trying to connect the dots where he didn't quite feel that way. Now, Nick
right,
and I
it's
both.
still a discussion. I can still be mad, and I don't dislike John or anything like that. But
No.
yeah, no, Yeet God.
Hey, Laredo Kid.
Hey,
What do you say?
orale! What do you say, orale?
Pre-mentioned,
dimension, Nixon 6. Yes.
Go ahead.
Jose, no, you get a star. You get a fucking star. But yeah, no, Yeet God, I'm gonna keep it a buck. You're probably about this close from at least the wrench is gone, my guys. So maybe just tone her down, respectfully. But we talked about it before of what title goes from NXT to TNA. Is it the North American of now? If you've got Javon, you've got Laredo Kid, you're getting TNA talent that's circling the waters here now too as well.
Mm-hmm. Volcano, green, lava, orange. Roman, thank you. I like that one.
That's the string he's smoking.
Right? We got to start doing like a secret, each week there's a secret combination. And if you can get, hey, let's go,
Phoenix. Oh, they're setting all the way this up for Worlds Collide. That's what we're doing. We're doing Ethan Page, Javon, Laredo Kid, Ray Fenix, Worlds Collide here. I can see it already. But yeah, no, we're going to have the secret strain of the night.
Right? Yeah, the secret strain of the night, like Rocket Red Countdown Liftoff.
Exactly. Secret strain of the night.
And if you can guess it, you get some swag.
Well, no, we'll slide it in at some point. Someone will say it, and then if you can figure out what was the secret strain of the night.
Worlds collide.
Alfredo forward. You gotta say it like he said it.
The walls collide.
Well, why couldn't we had Saints here? Is it because it would have been everyone's a baby face? We needed a heel?
Maybe. We don't know. Maybe we don't know what's next for Saints.
I will burn you up. Oh, yeah. Javon fits perfectly, though, for a AAA type show.
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
He is Ultimo Locho.
So Phoenix, Laredo Kid, and Javon Evans with Ethan Page for the North American title at Worlds Collide. Free on YouTube. June 7th.
Yes, as we got Ava, Robert Stone, and Stevie Turner backstage. And this is when you put your teenage daughter in charge of her younger siblings, I feel.
Oddly, though, I don't have a problem with Stevie Turner running Evolve.
I have a problem. She's wearing I just realized she's wearing a fucking tie that's the same color as her dress shirt. And her dress shirt is on top.
She's professional.
Robert Stone looks like Indianapolis goddamn Jones.
You know what?
Sorry, Stevie Turner it's fucking killing me.
She's wearing a tie, Nick. It's very professional.
The shirt's untucked and the tie is the same color as the. I've never seen that before. Of the tie,
it's only half untucked.
Right, but how do you find it off kahaki blue fucking tie?
Okay. It was a nice tie. I like the tie.
That's a nice tie. That's a nice boulder.
Oh. Stephanie, look at Stephanie going down like the murderer's row.
Of all blondes, except for
my God, Becky.
Chocolate dip, honey dip. Yeah, but that was just a murderer's row of blondes.
Lash is on Amazon, my guy.
Sean Legacy versus the North American champ after Worlds Collide. Fair enough.
Maybe. Add him to the match. He flies.
Well, MDB out here. Stevie Turner sounds like Nick with this Sean Legacy BS. Well, she's the GM of Evolve.
Right. He gets an Evolve title match.
Well, there's the Fatal 4-Way. Now we've still got to crown the Evolve champions, by the way.
Right.
Well, yeah. Gives off teacher assistant vibes.
Yeah,
she's a TA. She's a TA.
There's nothing wrong with TAs. Shout out TAs.
Magnum TA.
Magnum, yeah, indeed. But ladies and gentlemen, we are on a commercial break. We will take a second to remind everybody that we have all the merch. Go check out our store down below. You can get your t-shirts, hats, hoodies, tank tops, crop tops, drop tops, whatever you need. We got, including wonderful little mugs. We have been saying for a while now we're going to revamp the store. We are going to revamp the store. We're just getting to it. The wrestling won't fucking stop. But we are getting there. We are getting there, folks. So go get your shirts, your wrestling and chill, your Tea Time Tony, your what t-shirt, your wrestling and vitamins t-shirt. There's so much there, including still our 2024 tour t-shirt, soon to be replaced by our 2025 Brunch with the Boys tour t-shirt. Each year we're going to have a special release for the Brunch with the Boys tours. So make sure you get those. There will be a collector's item one day.
Yeah, next year is just going to be all Saudi. And I liked how you threw in we ain't fucking around with all of that and everything, because there is still out the ethers and everything, still big things popping, little things stopping up to something season never sleeps of. You might be able to have, your latest and greatest, wrestling channel out there, in hockey jersey form now. We're not just in pog form, we're in puck form too.
We're that close.
I
promise, folks, I'm trying.
Oh, trust me. If it was a football jersey, I'd expect more of a delay and everything like that. That might be a little debatable, more discussable, everything. It's a hockey jersey. This man's just, how fast can I do this?
Right.
I need it now.
Right. Tough enough. The winner got a contract, and did the winner, for example, John Morrison, get a match with Stone Cold or The Rock or John Cena? Yeah, I mean, that's a terrible example, but
Femi is not The Rock or John Cena or Steve Austin. He is champion on the developmental.
I think somebody pointed it out in the chat already about, Maven wins the contest, goes in and eliminates Undertaker from Rumble because they wanted to put a rub on him. They've done it before. I mean, it is, like I said, this is to give us, Jasper will get credibility taken on Oba. When he doesn't beat Oba, he moves down and starts picking on some other names, maybe gets involved, but now he has clout and credibility that he hasn't established yet. You got to start putting coins in the piggy bank. Jasper started tonight, and I'm okay with that.
Right. Sorry, I saw everyone popping about Anthony, and he popped in and said, wrong one, Phoenix. So I don't know if he's, taking shots at the man's English, but yeah.
Right.
Oh, and then MDB. We shirt people.
Paxley. Broken Paxley. Know who she needs, dude?
What am I gonna do? Oh.
Do you want to be our friend? Are we gonna give Paxley the Surfer Girl makeover?
No, she's going to be Spooky Goth Girl, as we've got the Cullen just waiting in the wings, by the way.
Well,
I very much like, and a lot of people don't notice it, don't credit it, don't pay attention to it, what have you. WWE's gotten really good of having people in the background, in the foreground, and all of that, you just, if you notice, you notice, if you know, and might be selling you down the road.
Mm-hmm. Like even a subtle thing, like having Scarlett on the ladder yesterday. Like Cross is delivering a promo and Scarlett's standing on a ladder, and you don't think of it right away. Like, wait, I see what they're doing. And the idea that it's like a real workplace, right? Like if me and you stop for coffee in the hallway, there's a chance that other guys are down the, in the hallway or walking by. That's what happens at a real job. So like all these isolated incidents with nobody else around makes no sense. So if you see, they did it last week with JC and Fallon arguing in the background. The New Day's recruiting Waller. We don't know why.
Right. And well, we're just going to get all the goth girls together as we got Fatal Influence coming out. But yeah, and even then, with the Roxanne and Finn thing that we've now, the Roxanne into Judgment Day that we've had going on, that was all set up for about 3 weeks with, Finn talking to Roxanne behind all of these promos and all that.
Right? Yeah, I think it's a good touch. It's a nice touch. It's more realistic. It's got a good vibe to it. But the Fatal Attraction is here.
Well, it feels more lived in. It doesn't feel, if that's the in the sense of the actual universe and everything, it feels more organic. It feels like it's an actual fluid thing that's going on, like it's alive versus segment, match, segment, match, segment.
Well, yeah, it's got that, like we joke about like the Tony D skits, right? Like it doesn't have like, all right, now action. It's like,
bro, they're a step away from being in the parking lot, let alone the parking garage.
One of the best entrances going right now, Stephanie Vacour in the building, folks. Who you taking? Who you taking? Are you taking Stephanie? Are you taking the champ? Or are you taking JC?
Over under actual words Booker T says on commentary for this match. I'm setting the line at like 5.
5?
Yeah. How many times are you gonna say yeah? That's one word. That's one word that he just keeps repeating.
Well, Shucky
Ducky.
Quack quack is 4.
Quack, there's 4, and then
right. You might be right on 5 with that assessment. I'm just trying to keep the peace. There you go, folks. Again, we welcome everybody, but again, there's no reason, and especially the wrenches out there. We love you for being a part of the fun, for being a part of the channel. Just remember, keep it classy, boys. We do appreciate you keeping an eye on things, but all we ask is that you keep some respect, and please don't use your wrench to kick out somebody just because. We don't do it. You're not allowed to do it.
Yeah, put your personal biases aside. When you got the wrench, you're knighted. You're knighted into the wrestling for life. There,
with great wrench comes great responsibility.
Uncle Ben.
Right,
I'm going to have his rights later.
The Wrestling Utopia, folks. We welcome all opinions. You just don't have to really hate each other while you have that opinion. We can argue.
It's not that serious. It's not that serious.
Yeah.
But let us know, folks, whether you got La Primera, Stephanie Vacour, or JC Jane, and why is it Stephanie Vacour? Next week's, even though stacking up pretty well, if we're getting Obo versus Jasper Troy, I know everyone mad. Everybody hates Jasper Troy. We're getting Mike Santana versus Trick Williams for the TNA title on NXT. And now we've got Briggs and Yoshi, Ushigoroshi out there in a tag match.
Yoshi! Yo, the fact that I'm going to get a Yoshi splash, let's go. Oh, suplex. 74% of the chat going Steph, 15 going JC, 11 going nobody.
Well, and I see two wrenches already speaking up of, if you know who we talking to. If we ain't talking to you, then you don't need to worry about it. We love you. You know who we talking to.
Big boo by Stephanie.
Yeah, how many people wish they could lick that? What?
Jeez.
I had to change the fucking mood, all right?
Yeah.
I had to change the temperature in the room.
I'm pretty sure
put it to hot.
I'm pretty sure the thigh slams are being called the devil's kiss. Oh, wait. I said the other night, is that Stephanie's mom?
Yeah, well, who?
They're AAA.
I was like, Timu, Jamie Hayter, is that you?
Was that Jamie Hayter?
She just got the orange hair, not the rest of the fucking taffy outfit? Do we have 2 surprise sneaky roll-up wins and everything, title changes tonight?
Definitely not. Stephanie's going to Mexico, the champion, bro.
1, 2.
Big
we
spot.
Still got 10 minutes.
Yeah, we got time. Read the room.
Right.
The actions happen in NXT parking lot. I would be out there vacuuming the concrete just listening. Facts, Lady B.
I need to know the details.
Just be careful. You got to keep your head on a swivel out there.
Facts. Don't have your Raycon hashtag not sponsored earbuds in or anything like that. You know, just have a GoPro and just be out there waiting for some shit to happen.
Right. Knicks 80, Pacers 87, third quarter.
The Pacers clap, 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 clap. The Pacers clap, 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 clap.
Lady B out here mopping the grass. Let's
exactly. I'm watering the concrete.
Right. JC into the corner, big back elbow. Crowd is loud for this.
How do you feel so far? And I know we're in picture-in-picture. We still got another 10 minutes. NXT was really good until Jada Parker, Tatum, Paxley. And I don't know if it's gotten back that same momentum. It felt like it kind of hit a snag of that match wasn't so great. And I'm not saying it's been bad since then, but they were cooking with fucking peanut oil. Like that whole first hour was can't miss. I'm enjoying everything I'm watching.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it was good, and I thought the Paxley match wasn't bad. The ending was terrible. The match itself was okay. Terrible finish. I don't like when the wrestlers look stupid, and that was stupid. Oh, cannonball in the corner. JC all over Stephanie. Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like it had a big drop off for me. Like I think it was going very well and continued to go pretty good. And so far with this main event, if they can keep this pace, it's a really good main event.
I don't think big drop off, but a drop off. I will put it that way.
Maybe.
I think this has been a little bit of a tale of two shows. Of like the first hour, right. Holy shit, they are burning this goddamn house down, right, and everything. And now it's like, all right, we're into a school zone speed limit.
Right. Yeah, you're not wrong in the sense that maybe a little bit of a dip. I mean, I still like a lot of things that we got through it. Maybe a little storyline heavy through the bulk of the second hour, though. Setting up Oba, Jasper Troy. So that's not the most exciting match. Dante Chen gets one in. Shout out, Dante. Congrats, buddy. We didn't know you were here. But, yeah, maybe that's why. A little more angle. Ethan Page cuts a promo an hour later after winning the belt.
Yeah, a little oddly placed of, yeah. Like that could have even been, shit, could that have been next week?
Yeah, maybe.
You cut the promo and announced the match.
Oh, no. Sorry, my bad. No, because they specifically, Laredo Kid, Phoenix, this is all made for a specific crowd, Nick.
Well, no, because you do it. I'm saying on the go home for Worlds Collide versus.
No, you do it on Worlds Collide, would you not?
I'm agreeing you do it on Worlds Collide. Next week is the go home show for NXT for Worlds Collide.
Yeah.
Right. So you announce that match on the go home show of NXT versus a week ahead. That's what I was saying.
Oh, I think they just want some advertising laneway, right? I mean,
yeah, that would be it.
Yeah, that's it. That's all. I see what you're saying.
Get traction.
Yeah. I misunderstood there for a little bit, but yeah, no, I think it's just a little more runway than the 1 week, 4 days, right? Kind of idea.
Fair enough. Well, speaking of too much runway of Ray, Fiend, Phoenix.
My God, if I never hear that song again.
Don't worry, you're going to hear it all for WrestleMania 42, right?
Great WrestleMania 42, yeah. Just run it back, all the same shit.
Right.
Big tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Somebody commented about Jada's finisher. I agree. I get it that she's voluptuous, to put it politely. Her finisher cannot be a hip thrust, Nick. There's too many women wrestlers that use it. You know, then if Jada's hip thrust is a finisher, Jacob Fatu's hip thrust kills people. You know?
Well, yes and no, but I thought her finisher, or did they make it her signature of to where she does the little springboard, you get the bridge, you almost get a coup de grace instead of a coup d'ass, you get a coup d'ass instead of a coup de Gracie.
No, that's a transition move for her, right?
That should be your finisher.
Yeah, I don't even know if I like that impactfully enough. Like, you can do something outside of I have a big ass.
True, but what would it be? Like, everybody's, what are you gonna do? I mean, like Gringo Cutter or something? Like,
we can figure something out. I don't know where we go with it, but yeah, the hip thrust is not a strong enough finisher. It's a very flat finish, and because we see so many hip thrusts, fans aren't like, oh, this is the end.
Fair enough. Well, which is used more in wrestling right now, a meteor or a hip thrust? It's close. It's closer. I just saw Stephanie hit a meteor on the corner, so that's why I'm like, that's closer than you would think.
A lot of people use the hip
Shiny
thrust.
Wizard.
Every Samoan uses a good hip thrust.
Well, they got ass.
Exactly, right? Butt cheeks are entertaining. They are. I think that every morning when I would, wake up and turn around, I'm like, oh, those butt cheeks are entertaining.
Just the grammar on that, because there's not two T's, so it's butt cheeks are entertaining, not butt cheeks are entertaining.
Right.
I was getting super grammar police with that, but that's a nice little double entendre. You could say he's double cheeked up on that comment.
Right. It's getting a wee bit cheeky in here. Yeah. As JC is falling to the outside. This is a really good match between
JC Jane is talented, and she has completely proved me wrong on her breakaway from Gigi Dolan.
And your reasoning for not liking hip thrusts as a finisher is my for pop rocks. It's sunset flip bomb, very common. Yeah, you know what? And I know I've argued with you about this, Boston. I think I forgive that one a little bit because it's pop rocks, right? Like, you found a move that fits into her name. And I know that you're going to like, what's the difference with Jada? You got me. Checkmate. That is a good argument. And I would agree. Like, it's like the Blue Thunder Bomb. If somebody started using the Blue Thunder Bomb as a finish, all of us are like, wait a minute, that doesn't end matches.
Does it almost, though, look a little bit more like it ends a match, but it is also, it's on the fringe of a code red of a Canadian destroyer, not a Mexican destroyer.
Oh, wait a minute. That was on purpose. JC just smashed her in the face.
Well, yeah, we're expecting that those two are going to fall out here. I mean, well, now she's going to have reconstructive makeover surgery and everything. Right. And she'll come back with a whole new look that you won't even recognize from the last look.
Even Jasmine, like, did they go to, like, just make us different?
They went to the Brat School of Makeup. That's what it is. If you've ever seen the fucking action figure dolls or anything of the Brats, they've gone to the Brat School of Makeup. Crossbody from Stephanie.
Yo, that was
everybody
so good.
Down.
Jasmine gets pushed down by the girls. Fatal Influence is breaking up. And JC and Fallon did a thing that a lot of fans have been asking for. They were arguing with each other. And then, oh shit, someone's coming. Not just.
Yes. Stop looking like you're waiting to catch somebody. You're not Jimmy Bench. You're not a fucking catcher. You're not back there. You're not Jorge Posada waiting to fucking catch the ball.
Yeah,
well, like Jasmine got out there in the next of time.
The 20 security guards at Anarchy in the Arena waiting for Kenny to come off, and they all looked like they were at a fucking rave at the beginning of a Blade movie. Let the bodies hit the floor. We can't let this body hit the floor. The Devil's Kiss. How do you think of that as a move name? The Devil's Kiss.
Sounds like it cost me $500. Do people like rapper or some?
Did they just start chanting Booker T when she did her move?
Probably. I don't know, but I'm down with the hipping and the hopping and the fucking 619 is Fallon. The discontent is quick by the wayside. As Fallon's helping JC. Discus elbow.
No way. No way.
1, 2, 3. Holy shit.
No way.
Sucky, ducky, quack, quack. We've got two new double champs. We've got champs all in the building. Of JC Jane is your new women's NXT champion. Jordan Grace, you can have that. Julia, you can have that. Stephanie Vacour, you can have that. JC Jane.
JC Jane. Remember when Marty just kicked Michaels?
Boy, she has made me eat all the fucking crow. I've become the scarecrow. I've eaten a cornfield fucking full of crow with this shit. Oh, and I asked this before when the match was starting and everything. We're like, no, there's no way.
I said it right to you.
This is a layup for Steph.
I shot that down right away. Nope.
Shout out, bro. Shout out fucking Undertaker Street Guy. That's just this. Literally, he's just holding his glasses, just shock face.
What just happened?
NXT. They heard us talking and saying, hey, that last second hour felt a little lackluster. All right, hold my beer.
JCJ.
I like it because it's surprising. I like the idea that NXT is doing new faces in new places.
Yeah. I mean, you can't not do it. And good wrestlers lose matches. People got to get that out of their head. But this comment from Richard might be right on the nose. Welcome to SmackDown.
But then why not Jordan? Why not Jordan?
Why not Jordan is a good fucking question now. Like that's
a very big question now.
Ladies and gentlemen, NXT has gone off the air. That is the end of the show tonight. Get your ratings in out of 10. How did you feel about the show? What did you like? What didn't you like? What's good? I mean, holy shit. Ethan Page is their champion. He will defend that belt at Worlds Collide. And now JC Jane has beaten Stephanie Vacour. Holy shit.
I can't exactly say clean, but we literally thought, well, we A, thought it was going to be a layup for Steph. B, thought you were selling discontent and everything. The downfall of Fatal Influence. And then Fallon turns around and hits around the ring post 619 to help JC get the 1, 2, 3. Is this now, like we said with Trick, of we're helping Stephanie move on up and we're helping transition this title from babyface to babyface. We've got a heel to hop, skip, and a jump to lily pad in between.
I guess, but you just had the match. So if you're already in the match, have the finish.
Right, but they started off with a pull apart and they ended with holy shit, with shock and awe. And
yeah,
honestly, I think that's a great episode of NXT. It died of death a little bit in some parts, but yeah.
Chris, I can't click your comment. Well, I mean I could, but yeah, that's wow. Anyway,
talk around the bad parts.
This is crazy. I mean, that's good. And maybe it does mean Stephanie's moving up. Maybe there's a bigger story to be told here. Maybe it is, yeah, Stephanie gets taken out. And again, it wasn't clean. JC needed her friends to get where she was going. We don't know what's up.
Where the fuck were they before? This isn't her first rodeo. This isn't her first title challenge here. But just it just, you bookended it with super unexpected title changes.
Yes. I love it. I've been begging for hot potato with the belts a little bit. And
you just want a baked potato.
I love a good baked potato. Twice baked is even better. But touche. But 9.5 from Jose. This is what you want from wrestling. And I know sometimes shocks and surprises and things that the so-called wrestling media didn't leak out are a little triggering to some. But this is called a surprise. Be good with it, folks.
Well, Daniel's saying, does this mean she's moving on up to the east side?
Maybe. You got to remember, 2 other women showed up and smacked Stephanie around earlier in the match. She had a rough go tonight.
I can make, this is going to sound weird to say, but I can make more recent logical sense of Ethan beating Ricky than I can of JC beating Stephanie. That's the shock. That's more shocking than Ethan beating Ricky, respectfully. Both were shocking. That is the finale. The other one's the fucking starter of the pyro.
Oh yeah. No, this was 2 marquee, the Ricky Starks. The Ricky Starks Ethan match is so evenly matched. Either guy definitely seen as a champion. Ethan had the belt. We understand where they're at. that's like, oh shit, a surprise he won. And I hate to break it to you, it should be a surprise any champion loses. If when we go, we knew that was gonna happen, it's not the best. Title changes should be kind of like, oh shit, it actually happened. And that's kind of what we got tonight with Ricky and Ethan.
For everything that we pay attention to, try and keep track of and everything, just doing this as wrestling fans and all of that.
Yeah.
Anthony, I see you in a minute, and I see, well, somebody mentioned too, everybody expected Jordan, so that's why they didn't do Jordan.
Is that part of it?
That could be part of it, but I like that as much as we pay attention to, RSR and everything like that, and Maeve Deltzer and everything of how much they wanted to be insiders and know this and that's and everything, and how much we even think of this is where they're going to go, when as smart and insidery and trying to know the booking we try and get, when they circumvent that and do it right, that's when it's super interesting and super compelling. Like, that's really cool to see, like, for doing even what we do to just be that much of a wrestling fan, and they pull the wool over our eyes. That's when that's really fucking cool.
No, it's good. I didn't see it coming. I actually threw it out there. Like, even you said it. Could JC win? No. What the fuck? What do you mean? Is JC going to take this? Nah, not tonight.
Right.
Wrong answer. And, I mean, I see a lot of 9s. I see a lot of 8s. We had a lot of 8s and 9s last night for Raw. So, again, very good. But I called out Anthony, wanted to see how he was feeling, and I figured this would be the response. I'm mad. Why not Jordan? Could Jordan also be going up?
No. She needs an NXT. She needs something.
Why?
Because if she wasn't going to get something, why the fuck didn't she go up to start with?
What if she went there to kind of figure out her ABCs of what she was doing within the walls of NXT? She gets it, and she moves on. I mean, that is a thing, but
that's a weak argument. I'll admit. I'll give you that. That's a weak ass argument, though.
But she runs through.
You got to figure out the 1, 2, 3 is it working for WWE?
I mean, it's possible. I mean, that's partly why they bring them in there and put them there first. I'm a little surprised Jordan's not doing more. I thought Jordan was going to win the title last time, but they seem to be fast tracking some of these ladies. And maybe part of the problem right now is there is so many of them, they got to move them around.
But I still think Jordan can be champion and run NXT for a bit. I think we've ran through a couple of people that they just, fast push through, what have you, let the chips fall where they may. Julia, we'll see how she works on SmackDown. Roxanne's already working on Raw. Maybe they move up Stephanie. Jordan, and I know how talented Jordan is. Like, I'm arguing, I've made the case that she should have jumped to the main roster to begin with, but if she's going to be here, let her be here and let her run NXT for a bit. Let her be the juggernaut of NXT.
I like what MDB said here. This sums up my opinion very well. Why not Jordan? Because that's predictable. Why not JC? She paid her dues. She preserved through controversy. Why not JC? JC's been there for a long time. Survived Mandy Rose. Survived Gigi Dolan. And I have no problem with JC winning. She's been great. I am surprised. And that's a good point. I like it. Like, everyone's going, Jordan's winning tonight. And they go, I'm a little surprised, and I am defending it a little bit, but I think that us being surprised is not a bad thing.
It's a fantastic point, actually. And shout out Benny, if he's the one that I was clicking on that. Everyone expected Grace. Is JC the Chelsea Green of NXT?
Right.
Was never supposed to be the one, but is the one.
Maybe to an extent.
I told her the fucking Marty Jannetty. When she broke up with Gigi Dolan, and now she's built it and established herself to where she is the stalwart, arguably, of the NXT women's division, especially now with Roxanne moves up, Julia moves up, this person moves up, that person moves up. She's the vet at this point.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, it puts her in a position. Now, Grace is a vet, but again, like Stephanie was given the option. What if Grace was given the option? Do you want to start at NXT? Do you want to start here? Stephanie McCool publicly stated she was offered main roster at NXT. She chose NXT, and now she seems to be on the fast track. So we don't know. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I will contradict you really quick, though. Jade spent about 7 months where we were trying to figure out where Jade went, just going to the fucking performance center and working on shit.
Oh, wait, what? I didn't. Why did I mention Jada? I didn't know what.
Yeah, well, no, we're good. But yeah, Boston, you said something about amateur garbage. JC Jane winning does not make this amateur garbage. You throw around heavy words, not needed. You sound a lot smarter if you just make your point of, I didn't like this booking. When you start throwing things like this is amateur garbage, that's a bit much.
But the wrong emphasis is on the wrong syllables. Like,
Right.
why? Well, it's just at times when, I want new champions. So we got new champions.
Yeah.
Well, why the fuck did we get new champions? What the fuck are we talking about then? Like, well, you want everybody, like, again, you want new faces in new places. But when we get new faces in new places, why the fuck did we do this?
Well, and I think what I find with the fan base is they're mad every step of the way. And I think, like, what if I told you right now that the plan is, and I'm just making this up off the top of my head, but the plan is, people are complaining a lot about the old guard, the old 4 horsewomen, and some of the older talent we've seen a lot of in WWE. What if they were moving in Julia, Stephanie, Roxy, moving some of the ones that are ready from NXT into that roster to kind of push against some of the old guard, and we're building that up. Therefore, we got to make room. JC's not ready yet, or JC's now going to have some control, but there's a plan. Stephanie's going to be up there. Jordan's going to be up there. We're building strong. We're setting up an evolution. We're setting up a Triple Mania pay-per-view as well. I can't say we know. So, I mean, at the same time, I think that, we're mad the entire way of the journey, and it's a weird way to kind of be. It's like being mad during the whole movie.
Well, fair enough. Well, I never said anything was amateur garbage. You must be
not you. You're so vain. You bet you think.
Well, no, you said Boston.
I didn't say Boston. I had this one.
I had the bees out there even saying they're not used to this new positive Boston.
No, dude. I had B Hockey's comment up, so that's why. So, and then I clicked past it.
Well, and B and then Boston. I don't know. Maybe we got our space all these mixed up.
We record this. Just go back. You'll see what happened. I don't need to argue. It happened on screen. But folks, get those last ratings in as we shut her down. 9 out of 10 from God. AJ getting 9. But yeah, Boston, just to be clear, it was B Hockey that called it amateur shit. Without a draft until post SummerSlam, Triple H is just calling people up whenever he wants, and he has every right to do that. I mean, I got no problem with it as long as it makes sense. And we're going to see a lot of influx, I think.
Yeah, there's this thing called a practice squad and everything like that tends to exist in most sports and everything like that. MLB, it's the minor leagues. NFL, it's the practice squad. I don't know. Well, is it the junior hockey team, or what is it in the NHL? I'm going to sound terrible.
Sorry, what one?
For the NHL, what is the minor league affiliate, like equivalent? Because, like I said, you've got
like the American Hockey
practice squad in the NFL, you have the minor leagues in MLB. What is it in the NHL?
The American Hockey League, like the farm teams.
Fair enough.
Yeah. 8 out of 10. My prediction, Mandy Rose. A lot of people talking about Mandy Rose. I don't see that happening, guys. I really don't. But again, we've had a lot of surprises this year so far. Just because JC wins doesn't exactly mean Mandy comes back, but maybe it opens the question. I don't know why Jordan wouldn't win it, other than the idea of everybody expected it. So why not shock the world a little bit?
Yeah, that's at this point, if you're going to do the title change here and not do it there, that's the only case I feel that kind of holds any water with it. Of you pivoted just because they expect me to do the layup, so I pivoted and tried to hit the jumper.
Absolutely. The OHL is junior hockey. It's players under the age of 20. What a shocking, surprising ending. We agree. Speaking of an ending, all right, wait, what does it say? We should now call NXT the home of masses of upsets. Again, isn't that an awesome thing, though? People want to get mad. People want to critique it. But my God, is that not a cool place as far as anybody can win on any given night? Miles Bourne got a number 1 contender spot. You know, JC Jane wins a title. Ethan wins a title. All on the same random NXT. It makes it must see.
Absolutely. It's must see now. It is I don't want to go on to the consistency, but it's super entertaining. And I know I keep mentioning it, but it's new faces and new places. And that's what's really super interesting.
Absolutely, absolutely, folks. Speaking of interesting, we are back tomorrow night. Dynamite, the fallout from Double or Nothing. Plus, we got so much going on with AEW and so much to get into. Make sure you join us tomorrow. It's going to be a fun one. Thursday, we got Impact, Friday, SmackDown, and so much more coming your way. Follow all of our socials, all the links below, but go check out our archive, our library, all that fun stuff. Be a friend, tell a friend. Let's get us to 7K by the end of the week, and we appreciate every single one of you. Happy Tuesday, folks.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is all authentic. When you're talking about that rest, you put that forward life with it.
See you on the flip side. Have a good night.